And we're live. Welcome along to What's Up Thailand. Actually, it could be What's Up Pattaya, What's Up Phnom Penh, or anything really. But Thailand's a good start.
Could be.
Yeah, well, if somebody's over there, when you go over there, you can say, "Hey, what's up, Phnom Penh? What's up, Lumpang?
Phnom Penh.
Phnom Penh."
1 second.
Are we live?
Yes, because it says end stream at the end of on my thing.
Okay.
We've got 0 watching.
Yeah, so we don't have to worry about anything yet. Well, let's.
I can pull my cock out. I can pull my cock out, can I?
Well, could we see it from here?
Yeah.
I'm not sure it even went live. It's still got upcoming here.
Hang on. Yeah,
are we live?
Yeah.
There we go. Real good.
Hang on, turn off the volume. Boom. Okay. Yeah, we're up in yes. 1 second.
You put a test comment. There we go. Testing.
So on my bloody keyboards, RE Live. God damn it. I'm going to have to delete that immediately.
Oh, that is disgusting typing like that. I hate it when people do that.
I think I got Clarky's old keyboard. I've got a keyboard upstairs. I just need to connect it to the laptop. But
mine's fucking Japanese. I got it on special.
yeah, big problem with that one.
Well.
And we'll see how smart these guys are if they figured out that the channels change names and whatever.
Well, it automatically in YouTube just changes, doesn't it?
Yeah, they'll still get the notification and shit.
It should, in theory.
Well, it did with me, did with mine.
What do we got here?
Yeah, I've got to get a new keyboard. I can't text.
Too late for me now. There's 8 people watching. I can't do anything.
Oh, let me go to the YouTube one. I forgot to do that.
Analytics has got like 8 people watching, yeah.
I haven't put YouTube on. Okay.
It is live. We can confirm that.
So I pull it out now?
I use the rhythm method, mate. I'm a Roman Catholic.
It takes some
viewers. I always had a bad sense of rhythm.
And it takes people a little bit of time to figure out what's going on because it can be confusing.
Hey, this is a pilot. I couldn't get my head together with the news and everything. It was too. Yesterday, we had Zounds, and within a couple of hours, with you aboard, Stephen, of course, and Adrian, in 2 or 3 hours, it took us 5 weeks to get Zounds on with logos and everything. 5 weeks. And now this happened in a couple. Oh, we're live. I've got to be. Oh, no one's listening. Yeah, it took us a couple of hours. Literally. And Clark is going, okay, then, well, we're going to do this. Go, whoa.
Well, I'm in the process of searching about 10 million photos and pictures for that logo so I can upload it, but I can't find it.
Oh.
I tell you what you need to do. I never do it. When you make a photo, you should give it a title so that you can search for the title, not a Z189000563. Go, what the hell is that? But I never do it. But that's the best way to do things.
I could send it to your messenger, but I don't know.
I'm going to have to email it to myself and then save the picture or something.
Yeah.
This is like doing a stream for the very first time.
When you save something on line, it goes to your friggin' document, my documents and shit like that.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it doesn't go in. But when you click on your gallery in your phone, it's like it's right where you take all your other pictures, right? It looks like it's right there, but it's not. It's some other fucking place. Yeah. I can't find that other fucking place.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, there's Andy's there.
I just found the YouTube channel. Yeah.
Nice
Hello,
to
Adrian.
join.
Hello, Adrian. How are you doing? Thank you for inviting me
Yeah.
on.
Would you like? Oh, come on the panel. Oh, you're on the panel.
No. Yeah, where's the link?
Give us a quick update, Andy, on medical marijuana in Thailand. Where is it at, and where is it going?
Well,
We got
first
all
of
the
all,
rumors. We got all the First of all, the preamble. We got all the rumors that it's to be phased out only for medical use, right?
okay, good subject. We need to talk about that when more people are listening, but give you a lowdown. I went the other day, my nephew was over from Hong Kong, and my son took us to a place like downtown, I mean, surrounded by shops and everything else, and he got a vape for THC, he got 4 grams of Kush and 2 grams of sativa and everything else that goes with it, and it's no problem at all. No, and apparently there's loads and loads of shops like that. So you tell me.
That was quite some party that night.
No, because well, the good thing is he was scared to take it back to Hong Kong. So yes, I have a bit of a stash.
Andy, Hong Kong's probably still got the death penalty for.
Fucking oath.
Yeah,
Get your son back in a bag. You come back in a bag, in a body bag.
Yeah, I think he could have taken the vape back, but he didn't want to risk it. So yeah, we're in the land of I've got a nice stash now. It's quite good.
What's it going with the vape? Is it nasty for you or what?
What do you mean nasty? It's lovely. If you vape, there's hardly any cloud when you vape it. And when you're new to it, you think, am I smoking it right? Is it working? Yeah. And then in like 15, 20 minutes, unlike a joint, after 15 or 20 minutes, you think, oh, it creeps up on you. And then you suddenly realize it's working, it's there. And then you just calibrate the usage of it from there. Yeah, that's brilliant. Brilliant. But it costs $4 grand for 4 grand for the vape machine, which is really small, and a what do you call it, a glass.
4,000.
Yeah, but that's the vape machine. That's the.
Haven't you got the disposable ones? They're good.
I haven't seen the disposable THC ones here.
They're about your money. They're about 700 baht.
I've got that's what I'm. These are normal vapes. This cost me 260 baht.
Yeah. When you finish, you throw it out.
Yeah, 260 baht. That's what I use now.
Oh,
but I'm talking
okay, all right, yeah.
I'm talking about THC ones. They don't do, but for a THC, which is cannabis, right? You get the vape machine, and then you get the glass thing with it in. The whole thing is 4,000 baht, and then you can just replace the refill, as it were, from them, which cost about 1,500 baht. I don't know how long it lasts.
So it's still illegal for me to turn up at the airport with a joint in my pocket, like a gram of weed. It has to be weed that's grown in Thailand, right? That's consumed in Thailand. Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't do that anyway, would you? You know what I'm trying to say? We got Steve Parents here.
Yeah.
Steve Perrin, hello, what's up? Thailand, good luck on your maiden voyage. I have a house full of kids, well, 3, doing karaoke. If you need a fill-in, beat JG's music. Oh, I thought Steve would be coming on. Steve Perrin. Hi, Chuck.
I call him Mr. Perrin. Mr. Perrin.
Mr. Perrin. Yeah, we've got too many Steves.
And Clarky. Yeah, just call me Clarky and him Mr. Perrin.
I like Clarky. I think that's cute, Clarky. Clarky?
We've got to do something with 2 Steves. Like the only difference, one's got a capital S and one's got a lowercase s.
I changed mine to Clarky, so I'm all right. Just call me Clarky.
Yeah, go with Clarky.
And Mr. Perrin.
Oh, hello, Crow. Hello, Crow. Big up Banana King and Andy and Clarky. Crow's on the case.
Andy, it's not too long ago when you'd be really going to jail if you got caught with weed at the airport, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Well, yes, but I've been here 4 decades, and I never felt what's the word? I wouldn't like smoke it in front of a policeman or in a restaurant or anything, but I could always go around the corner, and you were never worried about it. or buying it, to be honest. You know, I don't want to dox myself here, but you know what I'm saying. But now it's you can't smoke it in the shop that they sell it to, and it's illegal if you come outside and smoke it. But you can buy it in the shop legally. I mean, you tell me.
As long as I remember, weed has always been available. Like even way back in the early 80s, you know, if you had a girl with you, like a bar girl or something, she could go and score some weed and you could smoke it on your hotel balcony or something. It was okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was never a worry for me.
It had to be super discretion required.
Well, the same law is for vaping.
And
same law is for vaping. 15-year jail sentence for vaping, but they don't take the vapor. They want to find the person that supplies it.
When I started going up country, you know, like so it's in the mid 80s, and like Uncle Pong, he used to give me a great big fucking roll of weed, and it was in like Thai newspaper, like about a pound,
wrapped with fishing wire.
Man, it was like about a pound of weed all rolled up in a bit of old newspaper, and he'd give me that on my arrival, so I had something to do. But
that's the original Thai stick. That's a Thai stick.
Yeah. No, but it was just like bushweed. It wasn't strong at all. Even though it had like head and seed and bud in there and everything, it looked great, but it wasn't strong at all. It was like bushweed.
Well, nowadays with the strains, I tell you, it blows your bloody head off if you want to. We go to a place where there's a menu, and it tells you the feeling, like in Amsterdam. Get this one, it gives you that. Get this one, it does this. Get that one, it does that. And all that's all in Bangkok. That's all, and in Khao Yai, Chiang Mai, it's everywhere.
But in theory,
I didn't see any of it when I was over there. I didn't really see it.
They're everywhere, man.
Are they?
The big logo of the cannabis plant outside their shop in Neon.
In theory, none of that weed is supposed to be imported to Thailand, right? It's also supposed to be grown within Thailand.
It is. Most of it is grown. I would say 95% of it is grown in Thailand. That nobody brings it in now because the farms up country, they're putting the strains together. They got the biologists doing it all. It's all perfect. They bring maybe the strain over in the first place from abroad, like you would like a corn seed or a rice seed, not rice seed, but you know what I'm saying. But they bring it over. But now they're cultivating. They've got acres and acres of it, mate. Acres and acres of it.
It was pretty expensive, right? It was about like 700 baht a gram. Like for one big thick reefer was about 700 baht, which is expensive.
How long ago was that?
Well,
how long ago was that?
I think even right now, if you went to these big weed shops, it's pretty expensive to buy the weed, right?
An ounce is about 3,000 baht an ounce, 4,000 baht an ounce. I don't know how many grams.
That's cheap. An ounce, 32 grams.
What do they pay for in Australia? Do you know, Adrian? I don't smoke.
32 an ounce of weed at the pub. An ounce of weed at the pub car park would probably be about $300, 250, 300 bucks.
Yeah.
And that's what's that? That's 20, 40, 4,000, 5,000 baht. 5,000 baht, Andy, for an ounce.
That's about right. Okay. Well, yeah. So it's cheaper here.
At the pub car park here, yeah.
Yeah. That's where we bought all our weed, in car parks, wasn't it?
Place you buy weed at the fucking car park. Or get the postman to bring it.
Well, I'm not going to say how I get mine, but let's put it this way. Social media is a big thing.
Well, listen, if you want to send stuff through the post, you use oven bags. The dogs can't smell through it.
But in Australia,
you know, your oven bags, you get another bag, put your whatever you want in it, tie it up, then you give it to your missus and put it in another bag, and she gives it back to you, puts it in another bag. So there's no fingerprints on the outside. Oh, smelly shit, what do you call it? And put it through the post.
in Australia,
I know someone they were sending pounds through the post like that.
You just see the online doctor in Australia, and they prescribe it and send it to you through the post. And it's totally legal. It's all legal. Yeah.
High quality here. High quality is between 800 and 900 baht a gram. I just googled it.
Yeah, so that's a lot, Andy. Now, say 800 baht a gram.
Yeah, I've got my answers.
Times 32. That's like 30,000 baht. 20. That's about $800, $1,000 an ounce. That's
Right.
pretty expensive, man.
It does say here between 350 and 600 per gram, but if you want the real high quality, 800 to 900. But that's just Reddit telling me that, so I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Can you grow your own, Andy, or what? Can you grow yourself a thing?
Yeah, you're allowed 3 plants per household.
Now that's what we need in Australia, is that law. If you want to smoke the shit, you can grow 3 plants at home and just be fucking happy with that. That's
What
it.
is the reason they're taking it off the market in Thailand?
Sorry again?
What's the reason they're taking off the market in Thailand?
Well, it was never really, I don't know. I mean, it was never really on the market, if you really want to know the truth. It was just that the government sort of were debating it and everyone went ahead. And now it's gone so far, the government can't control it. Like, you've got all the farms up country, you've got all the shops paying rent and taxes, and it's taxed. It's on a register. You go to these shops, they're paying VAT on it.
I think
was under
they
the
were
impression they were going
going.
to stop it all. They're going to ban it. I was under that impression.
Well, that was a couple of months ago, but they're rethinking it now.
I really think they were going along the medicinal marijuana line, but to do that, they had to take it off the Schedule 5 drug list, and they did that. And the minute they took it off that Schedule 5 drug list, so it could become medicinal, well, then everyone went, "Wow, well, it's legalized now. It's not on the fucking drug list."
I mean, that's the way it started.
One of my friends over there, guys, her son got picked up with it just before it was legal, and he was facing 6 months jail, and she had to really spend a lot of money to get him out of there. I think it was over one friggin' joint they found on him. Never been in trouble with the police before, and but anyway, she couldn't get him out, and he ended up getting charged and shit. But they didn't put him in jail. That was just over a joint, I think.
Oh, really?
Well, they let everyone out of jail that was on marijuana charges.
Yeah.
They released them all.
But the thing is, in the States, like in the states that allow it, it started off with, you got to go to the doctor, get a prescription, which was easy to get. You just say, "Oh, I'm feeling a little bit tired at night and I feel like I want to have a bit more cannabis." There you go. And then they go along to the dispensary and they get it. But then it was so commonly used, they never mind about the certificate, carry on. And that's what happened in Thailand for a little while with the medicinal thing. I think I can go to a hospital and get a prescription if I wanted to. But why? I can just walk in off the street and get it. Why do I need to go to a doctor's?
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? If I went to the doctor's, got a prescription, went into a shop, bought it, and went out on the street and smoked it, I could get prosecuted, I guess.
That's exactly how it is in Australia, Andy. That's exactly how it is in Australia. You go to a doctor, you get a prescription, and you can purchase it through prescription.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know. Oh, sorry. What was I going to say? Gosh, late in the evening for me.
The trouble is, Andy, most general practitioners, like your family doctor you see down the road, he won't prescribe it because he doesn't believe in it, right?
Correct.
Finding the doctor that will actually prescribe it for you is pretty hard. So they have these online doctors that prescribe it. You just go online, have a consultation with the doctor online, and she or he will prescribe it. And they have a dispensary through their chemistry, and it'll come through the mail. The postman brings it.
Yeah. But so there's no shops in Australia that sell it, like street shops.
No, definitely not. No shops. No.
Hang on a second, my dog needs to go out. Casper, you're a nightmare. You've been sat here all day, and now you suddenly want to go out because I'm streaming? We don't like the conversation.
Well, I'm not actually saying that there's no shops, but I don't know, because the Australian Capital Territory, like where Canberra is, the centre of Australian government is in Canberra. It's a small shithole in New South Wales called Canberra. So it's a separate, it's not a state, it's called a territory, Australian Capital Territory. It's where the centre of the
universe,
government house, all the politicians are there. It's legal there. You can possess it, you can smoke it, you can grow it up to 5 plants. It's the only state where you can actually do that, I think.
Well, I mean, the other day I was downtown in some Irish pub O'Reilly's or something like that. And you know the smoking areas that you have outside sometimes. There was like one table smoking joints, you could smell it. And nobody cares. Nobody cared. No, so it has changed. The culture has changed. It's much more acceptable now.
What can happen here, Andy, if you have prescription marijuana and you can smoke it anywhere you want legally, because it's you're just medicating. It's like you're having a pill, and you might be sitting in a park.
Yeah.
Not in a private place, like not inside a restaurant, like they can tell you to fuck off. But like if you're outside, in theory, you can smoke your weed anywhere in a public place. It's how it actually works. If anyone at all complains about it, the police can tell you to move on.
Right. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's a bit like Amsterdam. In the old days, you could literally smoke it everywhere, anywhere. But now they concentrate. It's got to be in the cafes. You can't do it in a park. So they're clamping down a bit. I mean, in the old days, it was like, whoa.
Yeah, the cops will get you for being a public nuisance if you're annoying
people
with it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because there's always the naysayers, Hey, it's not very good for you. Oh,
and some police don't even know the rules. Like they might walk past you smoking your weed, and they'll slam you in cuffs and take you down and charge you. But like when you get to court, you've got a prescription for your weed, so there's nothing. But you had to go through all the inconvenience of getting cuffed up and taken to the cop shop and charged.
I remember a quick story. Me and my mate, we were driving down Sukhumvit. He was in one car, I was in the other. I was smoking a J, and he drew up alongside, rolled his window down, told me to do the same, and said, "Andy, share." So I passed it over. We were doing about 20 miles an hour at the time. Passed it over to him. But no, here's the funny point. We got to the Nana intersection. He'd finished it. He threw it out the window, and a policeman came up. And said, "Not allowed to throw cigarettes in the road." And find him for smoking a cigarette.
He would have got the 2,000 baht for throwing the cigarette butt out. Yeah.
He would have got a lot more if he'd been a joint.
I've had the 2,000 baht fine for supposedly throwing a bumper on the ground there at near Asok.
Well, there's.
I got that too. I got the same fine, Adrian. There's no ashtrays or anything, and I put a packet of cigarettes in the plant holder. I got a heavy fine for that.
Yeah. There's a pub on the corner
Asok too. It was Asok.
Of Soy Nana, on Ford. There's a corner called Bullies. And I went there with my brother and I said, watch the scams going on, because there's a police box right by the corner. And you get Phalanx smoking cigarettes, right? They remove all the ashtrays past the Landmark Hotel. They remove it all. And where the street sellers are, they have a spy on a walkie-talkie. And when they see somebody do it, they go, and the police walk down, say, yours, 2,000 baht, please. We saw it. I wish I got it on camera.
Well, I love the way they fine you, Andy. Do you want a receipt for that? I said, yeah, okay. Well, give us your passport and, you'll be charged. Oh, no, it's okay. You keep the money. I can tell you that.
I tell you, 500 baht will do it. 500 baht will do it.
It was more than
500 baht. Now, take a hike.
Yeah, we got Mike Chef there. Give Mike Chef a shout.
G'day, Mike. How you going? The original global guy.
Nescafe's there.
Oh, Nescafe, how you going? Here you
go. Nice to see you, Mr. Nescafe. What a name. Yes. What made him think of the name handle Lieutenant Nescafe? It was great, coffee. Isn't it? I think it's, well, I guess.
Well, I'm thinking he may have been in the military or police, paramilitary or something. They sat around a hell of a lot drinking Nescafe in the smoker room.
Okay, it obviously means a lot to him to have that name on the internet. So big up Lieutenant Nescafe. There are coffee.
Mike Splash, Mike Chef's absolutely right. Like now, Thailand's overtaken Amsterdam as the weed capital of the world. Seriously, yeah.
No, it is. But if you go by the news, and you, as we all do, it's all like, oh no, we're not sure, it's all illegal and da da da. But in real life, forget. You go to Samui, you can walk down the beach. That's all you can smell.
So if I
They're
go
all
to
active.
Bangkok, go to the sidewalk and smoke a reef or whatever you call them, I'm free. The cops will walk straight past you. Will I get arrested or blah
I
blah?
wouldn't like to test that, Steve. I don't think I would
No,
be sitting out on the sidewalk
no.
smoking a
No.
reefer.
No one would do that. But outside a pub, in a pub in a smoking area, yes, no worries.
Okay.
I mean, but if a policeman walked by, I would be a little bit, go, oh, because you never know, do you? Because legally, you're breaking the law. And if they want some money from you,
Yeah.
Oh, Lieutenant Nescafe says Dad's Army.
It's my birthday in an hour and a half. You know that? I'm not joking.
Really?
Yeah. So as the
Oh, well,
clock goes over 12, it's a happy birthday for me.
What time is it there, Stephen?
10:30 a.m. PM, sorry. Oh, shit.
We're streaming in 1080p, chaps. Does it look good?
I think so, yeah.
Does the picture look good?
I look fantastic. I don't know about you,
Yeah,
guys.
I can't stop staring at you, Andy.
I'm absolutely glowing. 1080p thing.
Like the shirt. Like the shirt, Adrian. Like the shirt. Nothing like a
Yes.
little lime green collar.
That's my fishing shirt.
Oh, it's nice. Well, they'll see you coming from about 3,000 meters with that shirt, mate.
I've got long sleeves so the sun keep the sun off the arms during the day. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the direction of the new channel going to be, guys?
Well, this
Oh,
is
by the way, yeah. Is
This
this on
is a new-
DVR or not? So people can look this back, right?
I
I don't.
believe it is. We've never
Just
had an
checking.
issue with that.
Yeah, cool. So what's the direction then, Adrian?
I don't know. You tell me.
And what's the production facilities, Adrian?
I don't know the direction. I think the direction is maybe do a stream or two a week, whatever the people want.
Good idea.
We'd
If
like to do
it's-
some news and stuff.
If people aren't going to support the channel, then we'll just shut up shop and go home. Yeah.
I mean, we're not going to mention, the other channels that they can do their thing. We'd like to do our thing, keep it very clean. And what have you got there, Stephen?
As
I'm
usual.
going to show you. I'm going to show you this. Right, this is my new guitar I bought.
Oh,
Another one looks. Is it a bass guitar?
No,
No.
it's a headless one. It's got the 6 strings.
it looks like
Where are we?
I didn't see that.
It looks
Yeah,
like one of
okay.
those.
You tune it down the bottom here.
Looks like it's got a door
Look at
handle off a castle, off an old English castle.
It is. Look, watch. Then these come off.
Is it
and you put that in
Bluetooth?
your- Yeah. You actually put that in your suitcase.
Oh, nice.
It's a full guitar. Yeah, they're about $600. They had them on
You're
special
gonna-
at Lazada. I went Lazada, Alibaba. The thing. They had it on special for 270, so I grabbed one.
You're going to bring it over to Thailand when you come?
Bloody oath, mate.
Yeah, how about that 4-string Thai guitar thing that the guy plays outside, like the big department store there, Terminal 21. There's a guy out the front. He's got that twanging electric guitar fucking thing he plays.
Oh no, I don't know about that. I don't understand.
And he's blind, right? Is it the blind guy?
Yeah, he probably is.
He's not
Someone
blind when you
threw
give him
that-
$1,000.
Someone threw
Yeah.
acid in his face when he was very young.
The problem is he's deaf as
right.
well. So, don't, yeah. No,
He's deaf as well. He's playing that guitar fucking great.
no, they sit outside 7 and they get quite a lot of donations and good for them, they're doing something,
Yeah.
So-
every time we go to the little local Thai market, there's always one of them blind
Yeah.
guys with a music box thing singing with a microphone.
Yeah. So I think what we'd like to do on this is we said about trying to keep it clean and not mention anybody on here. Don't want anybody to mention names on here. I mean, yeah, we could study some good YouTube channels that are about Thailand. We can like critique them. That's fine in a nice
Yes.
way. But that's about as far as that side goes. I think news, and done casually, not done on a like a BBC. This is the news. But we'll talk about the news, and we'll have conversational talk about it conversationally, and then move on to another subject, whatever, and then open the panel, and people can join. It's mainly for people that have been to Asia, especially Thailand. They live here, they come here on holiday, or they want to come. And the people that want to come are very important. Never been, but maybe they can gain something from what we do to make them a bit more familiar with Thailand. That's what I think. Well said, Andy. Yeah, we all agree. Oh, good. Well done, guys.
Light. Yeah, that's excellent. Was you reading that? Ooh.
You were playing with what?
It'll be like a fusion of like the old Talkback Thailand,
Yeah,
like a little bit like Global FM, and a little
in
bit
the
of
early days.
sounds,
Yeah,
and a little bit of sounds, and a little
because
bit of everything.
I think it's missing. And as I say, everybody else doing channels here is fine. They're doing their own thing. That's fine. We'll just try this. And as Adrian said, we'll give it one final go because Zounds ran out of steam. And maybe this is what everybody needed, you know?
I'm going to read line, Adrian. If you can.
Read the chat. Line.
Yeah. Right. Oh dear.
Oh dear God.
I've got about 300 messages here to read through.
Wasn't me.
You'll probably find one of my text from December 2023.
Oh, yeah, yes.
You got it?
Yes,
All right.
Of course. Yeah, yes, of course. We'll put the link. Yeah, we got people calling for the link. Would like to come on, and
okay.
shall do that because it's that time of night when we could have a guest or two.
Yeah.
Man, I've got rusty at this.
Yeah, how do you pin now? You got to go to YouTube. Oh, I got to go into what's.
Well, we have to type it in. We have to type it in the YouTube, like.
Well, you can, or go to YouTube with
and
change.
Then click the three dots next to the comment and put pin message, and boom, voila.
Okay, pinned. Yeah, it's pinned. It's all right. You've done it. Yep, there you go.
Oh, that's nice in black. That looks nice.
Yeah, sexy.
Did you do that, Adrian?
Yes.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, yeah.
Black's my latest colour.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Black suits me.
With green stripes.
Black. Don't you talk. Black with white circles.
Well, black's the in colour. You can't go wrong with black. It's very body flattering. So, Stephen, you're coming to Thailand soon without giving too much away, but you'll be here soon, right?
November, end of November, mate.
The last 2 years, the YouTubers that have passed through Thailand seem to me, I know there was COVID before that, but there seems to be a lot of the guys coming through now, more than before, or, you know, I mean, I could list off a handful.
Oh, there's a lot of rabbits. There's a lot of rabbits over there, yeah.
Oh, is there? Really?
Yeah. Every second person in Thailand, like a visitor, is doing a YouTube channel. It's nuts, mate. You know, when I was doing it, there was probably about 15, 16 with Kevin, blah, 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 blah. And now, geez, you're looking at thousands, you know.
Yeah. Look, Steve Perrin sharing the love here. He says, I flew from Heathrow. All the staff was sad. Yeah, I know what you mean. Landed Bangkok. Everyone was happy. And he said, that's genuine, you know. And I look at what's happening in England and Europe, and I'm so pleased I'm not there. My brother's so patriotic about England. I used to have to be very careful when he came over. You know what I'm saying? But now he's the one saying, "Oh, the country's done. I can't wait to get away," and da 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 da. I mean, ridiculous.
Go ahead, Chuck.
Good day, everybody. Good evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are.
Big effort for you, mate. It's late where you are, right?
No, I'm in Thailand. I'm now permanently in Thailand.
Oh, so no more excuses then. Fine. Okay.
No.
Which part are you in, Chuck? Which part of Thailand?
Buriram.
Buriram. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm heading up there. I've got to look at a house up there. I might say hello to you.
Yeah, it's about a 5-hour drive from Bangkok.
Yeah, I know where it is. Yeah. I've got to go.
Yeah,
knock down home.
I asked Stephen, I said, "Oh, I might come and visit you up in blah, blah, blah. Where is blah, blah, blah?" And he said, "It's near Chiang Mai." I went, "See ya."
Fuck that.
Yeah, how long did it take you to drive down, Stephen?
Oh, I can't remember. Oh, about 6 hours, I think. But that was non-stop,
Yeah.
I think. I can't remember now.
I went up to Chiang Mai
I can't
once
remember, mate.
in a Lamborghini once. It was a journey of my bloody life. Oh, man, yeah.
Andy, my
Yeah.
missus has just turned up, and you know what she said?
What?
Hello,
Why isn't anyone in Australia wearing COVID? Why doesn't anyone have a mask on?
Yeah.
I said, well, there's no COVID.
They're all fucking wearing them over there, Adrian.
Coming
All
from
of them.
Thailand, she said everyone's
Yeah.
still wearing like COVID masks. I said, well, they
Yeah.
always did that anyhow for the dust and
Yeah.
the pollution,
Yeah.
but
Well, I mean, the dust thing for those masks, those surgical masks for dust is pathetic. You need a special mask to stop that, that particles. The surgical doesn't do it. But a lot of people wear them in Thailand. They used to wear them, as you said, Adrian, years and years ago. It's when they're feeling ill, they don't want to spread it to somebody else.
yeah.
They're not
When I was
worried
there
about
last-
catching it. They're worried about
When I was there
spreading it.
last,
She's saying
last time
that
in
they're all
Lumpur.
still very worried about COVID in Thailand.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
And why is
You know,
there
when I
no
go-
COVID here?
Lumpung,
When
they're
I-
all wearing them, Adrian.
Chuck,
I go to the market.
yeah.
Yeah, I go to the market. Here's a typical anecdotal view. I go to the market or I'm driving on the car. There's about 1 in maybe 10 people that are wearing a mask in the car or on the motorbike or in the store. It's about 1 in 10.
1 in 10. Yeah.
It's a bit more in
Still
Lumpung.
wearing the
About 1 in
mask.
100. It's about 1 in 100 here, Chuck.
Yeah, same in America. It's nobody cares anymore. Nobody wears them, but here, yeah, you still see them.
Okay, question to the panel. Chuck, Stephen, and Adrian. Have you ever been told to put a mask on when you're in a supermarket or a place? Have you been saying wear a mask?
Yeah, of course.
Not
Back-
since
Not really.
2021. Not since
Yeah,
2021.
not since 2020, but back then I wasn't allowed in the market if I didn't have a mask. They would frown upon me.
Yeah, you had to have a mask to go in the shop.
I have a funny story. In the middle of COVID, I arrive at 7-Eleven to get my daily Leo thing, and I forgot my mask. So I was like sliding doors, and I knocked, and I beckoned the girl to come over, and I said, "I want some Leo. I haven't got a mask." She went. I gave her the money. She went to the fridge. She got it, cashed it, gave me the, and took it to my car outside.
And handed it through the door like you're a leper.
Yeah, but at least she was seeing my situation, and she read it nicely, and she said, "I'll help this dude out." So yeah, good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them.
I saw a program. It was like the Thailand. I was looking at Thai news items, and it's a thing from the Thailand Tourism Authority, the TAT, and like they're saying that COVID has absolutely had zero effect on tourism in Thailand today. It's just that.
What do you mean? What do you
The
mean?
way tourism was going up before COVID, how all predictions of what it would be today is what it is today. It's had zero effect on tourism to Thailand.
Yep. At the moment, yeah.
Well, during COVID, of course, you used to. Oh, sorry, Chuck. Go for it.
No, I was going to say nobody here in the village. I'm deep in the village, real raw village. Nobody cares about COVID.
Nah.
Nobody.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of in Japan they have these fancy masks. They look good. I think the women like to wear them because they're trendy, and they wear the trendy like wrapping stuff with the mask, and they do the TikTok dance and everything with a mask on. I think it's partly it became fashion for a while because you used to get the old ladies with the mask with the like, you know, the glasses you put on strings around your neck so that they can dangle there when you don't want them. They used to have those on the mask, little pearl chains and little diamond encrusted chain on their mask. So it became a fashion statement.
Yeah, you can't see their crooked teeth.
We're talking Bangkok. All their teeth are straight in Bangkok, mate. I don't know where you go. Where I am, they're all okay. We have good dental care in Bangkok.
I used to like it in 2020 in the shopping centre, you know, in the supermarket, walking around with the mask. You know, when you go down the aisle and there's some buffhead coming the other way and doesn't get out of the way for you to walk past, you can swear at him under your mask. You fucker, under your mask.
But when you think you used to go to restaurants in Thailand back in those days where there was a screen between you and the person on the other side of the table, there was like a metal frame with glass. It was like talking to somebody in prison. You felt like putting your hand up on there, you know, like, I love you, you know what I mean? It's like,
I couldn't fucking hear them though, Ed. They were doing it at the banks and stuff, and you couldn't hear what they were fucking saying.
no,
it was a quarter-inch thick fucking perspex over here.
They only got rid of those shields last year here in Australia, like from the main supermarkets where where everyone goes shopping.
Yeah.
All the checkouts had those perspex screens up.
Yeah,
they only got rid of them like just last year. The end of
really?
Last year. Yeah, 6 months ago.
That's because they wanted to get their money's worth out of them because they'd invested in them.
Put a mask on. You're gonna die. I liked it in the supermarket. I used to wear when the supermarket. If someone got in your road, you start coughing, but fucking splatter.
That fucking perspex is expensive, man. Like someone made a lot of money out of that perspex.
Can you imagine going to a bank with a mask on and she's got a mask on and there's a perspex in? I want to transfer 1,300,000 baht. Pardon? I want to transfer 1,345,000. Oh, 150. No, not
100. All our banks have had like bulletproof glass up for 20 years, Andy.
Oh no, yeah, true. But with the mask on, it was an added barrier, wasn't it? Goodness gracious. In Spain, 30 years ago, you'd go to the bank in I don't know wherever, and the guy on the cashier would be smoking a cigar. Yeah. I mean, it was like outrageous back then. Steve Perrin says, I still put a mask on in Thai hospitals and clinics, etc., just out of respect. If I go to a hospital, well, I haven't been one for hundreds of years, but I did go once to pick up somebody. I put on a mask because I didn't want to catch anything from anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be putting on a mask. I'd be worried about catching something from the hospital.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I would agree with that. I'm more wary of the hospital than I am of general public.
Well, let's face it. What are hospitals for? It's where sick people go. People around you are sick, so it makes sense.
There's a huge rise of some like bacteria. It's like it's a resistant bacteria that's resistant to like
antibiotics.
Antibiotics, yeah, and it's on the rise. Apparently, they're worried it's going to turn into the next global pandemic. This bacteria.
Listen,
it
there'll always be something.
It can't be treated with antibiotics.
I have to. I mean, we don't want to turn this into a COVID stream, but it is Thailand related. But I honestly say I never got the flu in my 7 decades of life. I had the flu maybe once or twice. Since I got inoculated, I've had it about 8 times. I'm not kidding. I've had 3 injections. I keep going down with the flu, and all my friends keep going down with the flu. Oh, I can't make it around your house. I got the flu.
You don't kiss a lot, though, do you?
No, I don't make it a habit.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Well, no.
Yeah.
I don't know where you get it from. I don't know. But all I'm trying to say is I think those inoculations actually had something that affected your immune system, because I never got it, and now suddenly I do. You know. I don't know.
I don't think I ever got it, but yeah.
Oh, that's good. We've got Talk Police. Oh, what's that? Sorry for people listening. This is our first day with the new channel name and things, and we have to change things around. Why is my avatar like that? Well, let me have a look. Oh, my goodness thing.
You have to change it, Andy.
I got it. I'm there. I'm on the case, Stephen, baby. Now, see this one. Yeah!
There you go.
That looks good, Andy.
Yeah,
that's okay, isn't it? Yeah. Which explains really what I don't want to like. What's the word? Is be like the Spanish Inquisition, like everyone has to be a Catholic, and I don't want to push Buddhism. I don't want to push that. Just want a nice channel that people can come here and feel happy and comfortable. That's my aim.
Yep.
At the end of it, we can talk about the price of potatoes. I don't really care, as long as people feel happy, and if we can pass on information in between, that's great for me.
I look at your logo, and it looks very peaceful. I don't even think about religion when I look at that logo.
Yeah, it's a way of life. Yeah, peaceful, right?
Yeah, very peaceful.
So you busy up there, Chuck? Are you like getting the rice crop in, or digging a ditch or something, or
bought some more land and doubled the farm, and the rice crop is going to come in about 5 weeks, and then we'll plant something for the dry season, and then we got to put some fruit trees in. We're busy every day.
You need to do a little bit of a video on that, because I think people are interested in it. We should call you Lord Chuck. You've got a big estate up there now, mate. You know, you're building a manor house up there. Or,
build a house already, and we're gonna build a small villa on the farm, near the farm, and do the trees and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's I do live streams on other. I've been on other channels, and I've done live streams and showing everything that's on the farm and all that. But
I've seen a few of your streams. Yeah, on Zounds you did a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you've worked very hard.
We lost our whole crop, Chuck, up there in Lumpang. The whole rice crop was washed out.
Flooding.
No. Here we don't get nearly the rain that they get up north. We're not even getting rain. It's like 3 days.
Hey, Johnny Siam! Look at Johnny Siam! Hey!
Oh, come on, Johnny! I know, because it's when I mentioned digging ditches, he got excited.
No,
Johnny,
Chuck, the whole lot of it was washed out. I've been planting coconut trees and what's the other one? Banana trees and what's the other fucking thing?
We got all that.
Yeah. You guys need to plant some cannabis plants up there, man. You make a fortune. It's a great cash crop.
Yeah,
it's legal.
It's legal, but I'm not into that. That's not my jam. Sorry, I just don't think I can do it.
Yeah, okay.
And
you've worked very hard, haven't you, to get where you are? Because you used to like work in America, right? And then you used to come over here, intermittently, and you put the hours in. I know, and now you're reaping, hopefully, the rest of your life to be there, which is great.
Yeah. I'm about 40 years behind you, Andy.
You may be slightly richer than me, but never mind about that. What's money, you know?
Not sure about that, but I'm doing okay. Let's just put it that way.
That's cool. No, I say I'm proud of you, like you were my son. I don't mean that. As a mate, I'm big ups to you.
No, I get it.
Because you did work hard. You know, you worked hard, and that's why, you know, yeah, I respect you. Well done, bro.
I'm the equivalent of Adrian in Australia. I worked my ass off until whatever, and then I just said it's done. I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah.
True. Put the hard yards in and have a bit of early retirement.
Yeah.
I think early retirement. I mean, I don't know how old Chuck is, but I feel sorry for the people that work and all they think about is through their life they're doing a job they don't like. They're just, you know, yeah, they're okay. You know, their living quality is okay, but all they're looking at is when I retire, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that, and they're by then in England they're 67 and they're 65. To be able to retire early is a magical thing. It's like
I retired at 40, Andy. 40 years old, retired.
I never worked, so I never retired.
Yeah.
Our retirement age. That was about it.
Our retirement age today is 67, but traditionally it was 65. 65 was when everyone retired from a career.
Yeah, that's right. It used to be 65, Adrian.
That's what he said.
A long time ago.
You know, I'm 65. I'm 65 today, and I would not like to be waking up at fucking 4 a.m. in the morning and going doing the work I did like 10 years ago.
There you go. Exactly. Exactly.
So I retired when I was like 55 because I could. And I don't regret it at all, but sometimes I feel like you should keep working if you can. I kind of feel like you should. But then just when you just sleep in and have a midday nap or you do whatever the fuck you want when you want. No.
That's lovely.
If you can retire early, it's good. But you
I
need
must
to
tell
be
you-
able to do it. You can't do it unless you're financially secured.
Yeah, that's the key. Financially secure. And I'll tell you, I'm more busy now after finishing work than I was working. Every day is just too busy, and I'm happy about that. That's what I need. If I have to sit down and watch TV all day, I'll die.
So yeah, but see, I don't want to go.
We'll sit on YouTube.
It's not all about me, but I've been my mother wanted me to join the bank because we come from half our family are farmers, half our family are bankers with a B, and my mum said do that because it's guaranteed a job and you get your pension at the end. Well, no, because banks are going under and people are being made redundant. But I decided I wanted to do what I wanted to do, and I thank heaven that I got paid to do what I wanted to do. In every job I've had, whether it be working for a record label, DJ club, radio, whatever, concerts, I loved every minute. But I worked 14 hours a day, many days. But it wasn't work. It was not work to me. It was just, I'm doing my hobby. It's great. And hey, they're giving me money for it. How good is that? And that I'm so grateful for. I will never, ever diminish the idea of how lucky I've been, because I know so many people have to work in a job they don't want to do to survive. And, it's, so I'm lucky. I don't know about you guys, but I'm so lucky, so lucky. I count my lucky stars every day. And I don't know why.
I've been watching some live streamers that have retired in Thailand. They're Aussie guys that have retired maybe a few years early, but they've gone and lived in Thailand. I'm not going to say who they are, but they're extolling about, it's all about how you retirement life in Thailand, but they don't have any financial backing. They're on like an old age pension, an Australian old age pension, like $600 a month or $600 a fortnight, I think. It's not a lot of money, Andy. You wouldn't be able to live in Australia on an old age pension. And smoke,
yeah. I mean, Pattaya has that.
A packet of cigarettes a day on the Australian old age pension.
Wow.
Now,
I mean, Pattaya has that name for people from the UK going to Pattaya on their pension. and surviving. You know, they're the guys that go around to the happy hours. But no, that's a big thing about what they say about English guys in Pattaya. They're pension and they survive on their pension.
And
so,
a lot of Aussies have got no real financial resources, and they're retired in Thailand on their old age pension. I mean, it's not a good life. It couldn't be a good life.
Yeah, Steve Perrin says you're very lucky, Andy Bangkok. I've had great jobs trolley collecting.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, but he was upmarket. It was Waitrose, not Tesco's. So that, but I've only really worked purely for the paycheck. Yeah, I know. I know. And that's, you know, that's the way. And hopefully the job, if you're doing you didn't like and you got paid a lot of money for it, at least maybe you could retire early if you saved.
Here's one of the
DWP, it's the old Zounds channel, the old global channel, DWP. Sorry.
Here's one of the guys. He didn't have any like superannuation. He didn't have a property. He didn't have nothing. He had a car. That's about all he had that he owned in Australia. And he's spray painted that car and sold it to finance his trip to Thailand to retire. Like, is that a good move? Oh, I don't think it is.
Look, the pension in Australia is okay if you own your own home and own your own car and stuff. And
that's how he afforded the air ticket. He sold his fucking car, and then he's arrived in Thailand to retire.
Yeah. You can retire in Thailand on it, Adrian. It's no problem. It's based
Hey,
on
WP.
here on a pension.
Always pension.
You don't get 1,100. Johnny just said 1,100. We get something like that, but you don't get some subsidies like electricity and rental assistance and shit. So you end up with about $1,000 clear over. That's not bad. You live in Thailand quite well on that.
Okay, here's a question to you guys, because you live not in Thailand. If you moved to Thailand, how does the health thing work out? I mean, I know how health insurance is here. I've got it. Obviously, it's not cheap if you want a good one. Does your health insurance in Australia cover you for if you retire in another country?
No. Some countries, India it does. England it does. There's about.
Well, you need it over there.
There's about 12 countries that have reciprocal health agreements with Australia. Japan is one, has a reciprocal, but Thailand does not. Japan and India are about the only places in Southeast in Asia that in the Asia region.
So we're keeping it Thailand. I love the way we're all keeping it Thailand as well. So if you had, so you retire, you know, you lived in Basingstoke in England and you pensioned out and you came to Thailand and you got a condo or whatever. You have to, you can't go on the public health service like residents can, like, well, not go into me, but if you're on a retirement visa, you have to pay for some insurance, right?
Yeah,
health insurance.
Really have to. Yeah.
And when you're old, health insurance is pretty important, right?
Okay, DWP, it's good to see. Was it good to hear positive talk about Thailand? Yeah, we're going to try and do that, mate, without all the bullshit.
What you can do for the first year or two, Andy, is just get travel insurance, and that'll cover you for accidents and urgent medical, like that.
Yeah, but if you're moving here to live here, what are you going to do?
That'll cover you for a year or two of medical accidents, emergencies. Travel.
I mean, I know.
After that, they're not going to cover you for 5 years or 10 years. You know, you're really.
No, that's what I'm saying. I know a few people that've had to go back to England because of their health issues, and they've had to go back, give up everything that they've had here.
Look out! Look out! Look out! Look out!
Yeah. Like, good day, Johnny. Like, look at Edward Sweeney. You know, had the brain tumor.
That's who I'm thinking. Well, one of the guys I'm thinking of. Yeah.
He had proper. He had travel insurance through the post office, English post office insurance.
Oh, I'm reading online messages. Hello, Johnny. How's your foot?
Hey, Johnny.
It's not too bad, Andy, long as I don't stand on my own toes.
So you can get on a plane, right?
Yeah.
Can you still move more, Johnny?
What's happened to your foot, Johnny?
I don't know if you've looked at the house build videos at all, but don't know what happened, but look, put it this way: the judges gave a 9.5 on the dive, but gave a -2 on the landing, and it wasn't real good. They falling down friggin' stairs.
Oh crap!
And the whole part about it, I was sober too.
Yeah. Far out.
I'm down with a thump. Just talking about pensions there, Johnny. $1,100 we get in Australia, but that's that you can live quite well with that on that in Thailand. But you clear about 1,000 in Thailand if you.
Hang on, Johnny. Though, hang on. Is that a month or a fortnight?
No, fortnight. Because I'm like I'm talking about. I know what my mate gets, and that's with a little bit of rent assistance and these couple of concession things. But you know, you could probably take 100 off that.
Yeah.
If you weren't getting that. But yeah, you might as well say $1,000 a fortnight.
Right.
So
right.
that's going to give you.
So, yeah.
That's going to give you better than 40,000 baht.
Yeah, that's the question. $1,100 is that?
45,000.
Yeah.
You know, 40,
is that Australian?
It's going to give you about 45,000 a month in Thailand.
2,000 a month. 2,000.
I mean you could get rent, food, and pretty good living on that money. I don't care what anyone says. You can, right?
I think the key is having owning a place to live in Thailand, not having to pay rent.
Well, the thing is, if you play the game correctly, you don't own a house in Australia. You haven't got above whatever in the bank. If you're renting a house, you're entitled to a rent subsidy, and it doesn't matter where you are.
Yeah, but I mean, Stephen told me how much he's paying when he comes over here for the month. You could actually scale down on that and not pay as much as that, which you had a good price on anyway. You can live in accommodation outside of cities for what, 8,000, 7,000 baht a month in a fairly decent, okay place, right?
Well, it depends on what you want, where you want.
Yeah.
But the whole part about it is, look, I know up in the village where I go to, there is actually a foreigner, and and I mean a little house on that. He's lived in there for years, and I don't know if he's self-funded or whatever. I've never spoken to him. I've walked past him many a time, but he's never said g'day, and I've never worried about it. But he's been there for years in this little place, keeps to himself, and he seems very, very happy.
I think it's all to do with what you expect from life. I mean, the old adage, what you put in, you get out, but forget all that. It depends on how you want to live. If you're happy eating, not going to a French restaurant 3 times a week, not staying on Sukhumvit Road and housing dinner parties and going to everything else, if you want just a simple, good quality life, I think it's available in Thailand. And you don't have to go up country for that either.
Oh, look, you're right there, Andy. And it all comes back to what you want. If
Correct.
You want to go out chasing around after bar girls and stuff like that, your pension's not going to do it.
No,
it might do it one night a month, but that's about it. But the whole part about it is, if you want to buy a few beers and half decent food and cook a bit of your own stuff, and have a half decent life, even with pay TV, you could do that.
Oh yeah, and have a few friends on the same idea as you. It's perfect.
In Australia, Johnny, this dirty old packet of roll-ups, like 25 grams of roll-up tobacco, has just gone up. I think it's $74 now.
Yep.
I don't think, if I was on the old age pension, had no other money, I wouldn't be able to even afford to fucking smoke.
You can't.
Well, That's one of the ideas that they've got. But you know, at the end of the day, in Thailand, what Australian money? What is it? $3 for a packet of smokes.
Yeah, 60 bucks.
Yeah. Steve Perrin can help us now. How much is 20 cigarettes in England? All right, carry on, guys. You were replying the chat.
A packet of Benson and Hedges in Australia, like a packet of 20 Benson, or I think it's 25 Benson and Hedges, is $68.
Well,
Yeah, I think in England it's over
DWP's
£15.
DWP said 72, so it's a bit over $3 Australian because we're trading about 22 point whatever at the moment.
Not a good place to give up smoking.
Have you heard anything about
Yeah.
transportability of the old age pension, Johnny? To get paid it in Australia and get it is great, but
It's easy.
to move overseas and still get paid the old age pension for a long term to retire overseas and still get your old age pension, do you have to pay tax in Australia for like 30 years or something?
No. Oh, yeah.
No.
No. Once you qualify for your pension, you can go out of Australia. They do penalise you a percentage, but it's not a hell of a lot.
Okay.
You lose your rental assistance, your electricity, and a few others. That's all.
Yeah,
And you end up
but like I
with
say,
about $1,000 clear a fortnight,
yeah,
and that's
but
plenty
you
to
want,
live on in Thailand.
yeah, but like I say, if you don't own a home and you haven't got too much in the bank and you're renting a house, you can actually claim rental assistance.
Exactly. Yeah.
But but you haven't got any medical. You've got none of that. So that comes back to yourself. But
The only problem, Johnny, is when you get over there, you've got to have 30 grand in the bank for the entire government. That's the only hair on it, but that could be worked out.
Have they reduced that number? Did they halve it all?
It was 800 baht, 800,000 baht.
800,000. I thought.
And if you're married, it's 450.
I think it was 400, wasn't it? Unless they put it up.
I
But
don't know.
this new government, the new government's in, has changed a few things around, and they are getting into a few bits and pieces because they're looking at every way they possibly can to get tax money out of a foreigner.
Do you know what they're throwing around now, Johnny? If you're on compensation in Australia, you can go and live overseas. So,
Well, that shouldn't be happening because if you're on compensation, that can. Yeah, work cover. You can't go for over any more than three months.
no, hang on, that's 6 weeks.
Yeah, that's what I mean. 3 months for the year.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
It's fucking mad. You know, like the new Prime Minister of Thailand, like, is it Yingluck's daughter?
She's Thaksin's daughter.
Thaksin's
She's
daughter.
Yingluck's sister.
Yingluck's sister. So she's
Is it?
quite young. But like she had absolutely zero qualifications to be any form of public servant, let alone a prime minister. But in the latest Forbes magazine, she's been voted as like in the top 100 of the world's leaders as influential people.
Well, it comes from heritage, I would imagine. But I can remember you once when we were talking about Yingluck.
Yeah, I love that.
She was good for the farmers, although the government didn't pay out the money, but she looked good doing it. I don't know about her sister so much, but anyhow, it's got nothing as a foreigner. It's got nothing to do with me. Whatever they do, I've just got to you got to put up with it. If you don't like it, piss off.
Today, she's not a bad looker. I'll give him that. You know, she's modern and youngish, not bad looking.
Well, there you go. Get a ticket to Thailand. Try your luck. Go fishing.
I believe she's married and got a couple of kids.
Oh well, that
Doesn't
took
matter.
her off the
Adrian,
list.
doesn't matter.
Well, then again, a lot of the Thai men have a girlfriend. Maybe she wants a boyfriend. There you go.
Absolutely.
Just try your luck. Send her a nice little letter and some flowers.
I reckon that Yinlock was hot, Johnny. She was all right.
I reckon she was. I had some different ideas because we lost a lot of money on the bloody rice deal with that.
Mm. Yeah.
You know, we're on paper we were supposed to really do well, but when it came down to it and the dollars didn't come through, well, hang on, that didn't do all that bloody well.
I mean, for people that are new, I'd like to say hello to Tan the Man. But I think the trap, a lot of people, is they come here on holiday. And when you come here on holiday, you know, you're wedged up. You can spend 4, 5, 6,000 baht a day. You don't care because you budgeted for your 3 weeks or whatever. And then they sort of, oh, I like Thailand. I like this lifestyle. But then if they give up everything from their country and they move, and then they marry a girl because they fall in love with the first girl that comes up to them, they're the ones that land in shit, in my opinion. And it's not going to work. It just doesn't.
Andy, you've got to stop wearing those dresses at the airport.
Okay. What about a trouser suit? Is that okay?
Oh, the more professional look. That's it. No, you're right. You're right. There's a very big difference between holidays.
There is, isn't there?
And real life.
Yeah. Yeah,
especially,
you know, and
especially when you're on a fixed budget, you know.
Well, no, absolutely. But I mean, people come up. I mean, I see in this genre, everyone's coming to Pattaya, and I see what they're doing in the channel. I spent $5,000 last night, $6,000 last. It's fine. When I go to England, I'll probably spend the same. But you know, to then get infatuated by the lifestyle that you're leading because of that here, then that's where it goes awry because you've got to work here. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to work online. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But suddenly it hits you. And getting a girl, you know, after a week, you know, is definitely not the way to go. Nothing against those ladies. They, you know, whatever. You understand what I'm trying to say? And I've seen so many take the downward spiral. You know, they start drinking more, but they're drinking at the cheaper places, and then the cheaper places, then they're drinking at home, and drugs is involved a little bit because they're trying to emulate how they felt when they first came here, and they can't. And then, you know, the girl leaves or whatever, and they're stuck. And they have to go back to their country with their tail between their legs, basically.
That's the worst case scenario, that is.
So what you're saying, Andy, is no money, no honey.
Yeah.
Well, that sums it up, to be honest. You know, the lucky ones.
Andy, I can't understand why they do this. There's so many beautiful women in Australia. You know, there's real hotties at the supermarket, and they go over there and get these skinny, beautiful-looking honey Thai girls. And I don't understand it. The Western society should learn to turn the lights off when they're having sex. That's all I could say.
Yeah, but the whole part about it is
and the rhythm while having sex. Condom. Yeah.
Listen to the rhythm of the falling rain.
Yeah, that's right.
Great song. Listen to the rhythm of the fall. Get your guitar out, Clarky.
Yes. We'll do that later.
It's only A, D, and C.
But you know, at the end of the day, people travel for different reasons, and a large majority have gone through a divorce. They've gone through all the stuff, and they've gone to have a look at the rest of the world. And then, as soon as somebody pays them a bit of attention, instead of calls them arsehole and all the rest of it, they go, "Wow, I found the one."
Yeah, but that's like what you call it when you give up a relationship and then you take up the first one that comes along. What do you call that? It's like it's a thing, right?
What are they?
Rebound.
Like
Rebound. That's it, Chuck. Yeah.
Well done, Chuck. Chuck is brilliant. Stays quiet and then just comes up when absolutely needed with the gems. Well done, Chuck.
Strong silent type.
I'm just
Yeah,
reading the chat. DWP, I think you need to check your glasses, mate.
Why?
Well,
You all right?
for me, the
Danny-
best lady.
Danny Minogue and Kylie were not. They're not. You know, they're not that great. I can tell you.
Well, I met her years ago, Johnny. She's fucking very nice girl, Kylie Minogue. Very nice. She was nice to talk to too. That's before she became super famous. She was just she was just about to go on stage and stuff, and I ended up talking. I was sitting down with her and having a chat with her. Fucking really nice lady, or girl at the time.
Yeah, well, that was probably when she was on Young Talent time. She still had
Was
her
she
nappies on.
Oh.
I used to get on with Jason Donovan. Was a cool guy when he was about 19. You know?
Jason Donovan. Oh yeah. They were a thing there for a while, weren't they? Kylie Minogue and Danny. What was his name?
And he never went to.
Craig McLaughlin.
And they never went to.
Right.
And they never went to P. Diddy's parties. You know. So, I mean, like, you know, what's their excuse?
Yeah,
But the one thing
I think
about it, the English claim Kylie, and they can have her.
Now you be careful when talking about the English. You.
DWP. Danny's good looking, but she looks a little bit plasticky, like you know.
That's Botox for you.
Yeah.
So now going back to what we said. So, and I know a few people that have come here to live here, but they've worked it out. They have, and they're not being influenced by the first lady that walks in the door. That's not in their sort of sight. If it happens, it happens as far as they're concerned. They just set themselves up. That's the rent, or that's I'll buy a condo, or I'll rent one, and do, and that's my budget. And they're the cool dudes, and they're the ones that last. They last because they thought it out. We come here on a 3-week extravaganza, and well, I mean, you think the plane crashed, you know? You think, wow, I'm in heaven, and then you work out how much you're actually spending.
Yeah, but some of them are extremely ugly, though. You know, and they come to Thailand, and you know they're picking up a girl they'd never be able to do in the West. You know, they fall in love. They fall in love. I mean, without mentioning any names. I mean, Jesus Christ, some of these guys are fucking super ugly. They end up with a pretty decent looking woman.
I mean, I have to say, I find Asian women very attractive, as opposed to, and no, not this very pretty and lovely Western people. Let's not be like, you know, this.
Yeah, they are.
But I just my purchase is Asian ladies. I think they look beautiful. You know.
Oh yeah, they do, mate. They do. I think they're better looking than the Western girls.
Oh,
but then you got when I was in Ukraine, mate. My God, talk about pick a box.
No. But then again, it's all down to personality. You know, I had a couple of relationships with Western ladies, not here, but back, you know, when I was a lot younger, and they were great ladies. They had a personality. They were great. They were good looking. You know, hey, we need subs. Don't diss anybody here. You know, come on, Blue, come on.
Here's Mike Splash. Asian women have a thing for ugly white men.
Is that why Mike? Is that why Mike comes over to Thailand regularly?
That's a good one, Mike. Mike's being very clever with his comments. Have you noticed? Very good. Very good. Very good. Oh, my wife's arrived. Okay, hands down. Shut the doors. Hide the drink. No, so hang on a second. Carry on as you are.
We're
gonna nobody talk. We're gonna hear all this. You little bastard!
He'll get smacked around. You bloody drunk again.
Is he talking?
You know, that's one thing I don't get from Asian women. They don't check your beer count. They don't care.
I know. I was joking.
Yeah, I know. But in America, it's like, how many beers have you had? And
how much have you had tonight?
Well, that's very easy. That's easy to answer, Chuck. You say, obviously too many, darling. You're starting to look good.
Look back, yeah. G'day, Stevie, Mr. Perrin.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hello, Steve. How are you?
Hey, Steve.
Can we do a sound check? Do I
No,
sound?
fine.
It works. It works.
Okay. Look,
That was
gentlemen,
a karaoke.
I wasn't going to join tonight, and I'm going to pinch a line. It's such a good conversation and so enjoyable. I thought I had to come on and fuck it all up.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
So nothing's changed. Nothing has changed.
No, I have to pay royalties. That was a line by Pooch Tang Zieg about a year ago when
Who?
whatever he's called. What's Pooch Tang Zieg? What's he called? He was a gupcher. What do you mean? Who is he?
Oh, Zeke. Zeke.
Oh, geez. He still is. He still is.
Excuse me. That was his line from about a year, 18 months ago, when Julia Dan came on and said exactly the same line as I did. Julia came on and said, well, this is a really great conversation. It's lovely to hear you guys all chatting. So I thought I had to come on, and Z came in with, fuck it all up. Yeah. What's happened? Where is Z?
I haven't seen him for a while. He's a great guy. I think he's just like a lot of the Guptas, super busy, you know, and they have other things in their life going on, you know.
Yeah, he's got a new girl in his life, hasn't he? So found something else to play with.
Well, I met her, I don't know, must have been 18 months ago here in Thailand. Yeah. And yeah, he's a good guy. My goodness me, we had a great night.
Good.
Yeah.
Say hello to
He's just busy.
Deb's Crazy Daily. G'day, Deb.
Who's
Hi,
that?
Deb.
Well, oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Thanks for coming. This is a old Zounds channel renamed, and just make sure you're still subscribed and click the bell button or whatever it is.
Wow. Adrian doing the housekeeping here. Love it.
You don't want to miss the notifications.
Click the bell.
Click the bell and the like.
G'day,
button.
Sean.
Sean? I didn't see
Yes.
Sean. Oh, Sean the Prawn. Oh, yeah. I haven't talked to him for ages. Hello, Sean. The Prawn. No, it's not a reunion party, Sean. It's like just the guys have decided that they're going to give it one more throw of the dice to see if they can bring it back to like it was before. And I'm saying before, I'm not going to go into details, but, you know, we're just going to talk about news, gossip, and chat. And no, definitely no toxicity or drama. Not allowed. Totally not allowed. And you won't last 1 minute on here. And we'll see how it goes. If it doesn't work, we'll say, well, we gave it a try. Bye. Simple.
Mr. Sweden, Mr. Gary Sweden's got a very large smile to see all the old crew on the one panel again.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
I can't see Gaz to Sweden. Why can't I see
No,
him?
nor can I.
He's probably blocked you.
You bastard.
Well, that's okay. As long as I haven't blocked him, then, you know, I'm on the high moral ground. Yeah.
Why has he blocked me and you, Andy? I
I'm
mean,
just joking. He's not there. I'm just
No,
hypothesising.
no. Adrian blocked him and put our names under it. That's what he did.
okay.
I'm just hypothesising that he's there. I don't know.
Mike Splash says this is like the Rolling Stones reunion. Well, I'm not Mick Jagger. I'd like to be Keith Richards. I'm Keith Richards. I'm Keith Richards.
What do you mean reunion? The Stones have never broken up. Stones are still going.
They're all dead.
Do you know how old? Do you know how old they are?
I would guess 78, 80 for Jagger.
Keith Richards. Yeah, Keith Richards got to be there, isn't he?
He died about 10 years ago, Keith Richards.
They're closer to 80 than
Yeah, they are.
than we are, Andy.
Yeah, I think so. Let me just Google Keith Richards. How old is he? He's 80 years old.
Yeah, they emphasise what Lieutenant Pigeon was saying. Lieutenant had.
Moldy old dough.
Moldy old dough. What Lieutenant Nescafe said about half hour ago. Don't give up work. I mean, Jagger is still dancing. They're still going strong. They're still earning money. Good luck to them. I think it's only Mick Jagger that actually likes touring.
Well, Mick Jagger, he's 81. Mick Jagger's 81.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
But he still enjoys it. The rest of them, I've heard in individual interviews, they're sort of really bored with it. Only go along for the money and because Mick Jagger pressures them into doing it.
But they don't need the money, do they?
Well, I guess if you know, look, just imagine how much they have in expenses and stuff. And once you get to that level, I would imagine you still want more. I don't know.
Mr. Perrin, they signed some very nasty deals in the days when they first started out, and they out of $100, they probably get about 20 cents.
Yeah.
That's
like they all did back in the day.
Beatles signed a very bad contract. Badfinger, the band that was from the 70s, they ended up renting their houses and their condos and so forth because they didn't have any money. They couldn't even feed themselves. That's during their hits.
Badfinger did what was that song?
Come and
What
get it.
song? Who? What band?
Yeah.
What band?
Jumping Jack Flash.
No, they Badfinger did a great song.
If you want it, here it is. Come and get it. If you don't,
Who was that written by? Andy, who wrote that?
It's Badfinger, but I have no idea.
Paul McCartney.
Sounds like his song. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Badfinger songs.
Actually,
Somebody
why retire when you can do a worldwide tour of nursing homes?
The thing is, they got a load of new fans that are like 20-year-olds that are like right into the music. I mean, it's like the Grateful Dead, you know.
My friend up in Johnny, my friend up in Shanghai, he does concerts and shit, and I go up there and play with him sometimes. And he did one of the old fogies home. There's all these wheelchairs up the front of the stage. I said to him, "You think that's a good picture?"
Yeah.
Well, long as the underpants don't come off.
Fucking nappies. Oh yeah,
But,
that'd be awesome.
How would you go disco dancing with the bloody Zimmer frame?
Hey, that old woman just flashed me. He
Hey,
reckons it's
Mr.
good.
DJ.
I'll send you the photo, Johnny. Have a look at it. He reckons it's fucking great.
Mike Splash coming up with all the bloody things here. This is depressing. But at the end of the day, I'm nothing at all. I am just a flickering candle waiting to die.
Well, that's interesting.
Thank you for that, Mike.
I actually went to a funeral today. A fellow that I'd been kind of mates with, since the 80s. He's actually quite a bit younger than I am. He died of what do they call it? He had virtually cancer of the liver.
Cirrhosis of the liver.
Pancreatic cancer. Yeah.
Oh, that's the worst one. That's no stopping that one.
He checked himself out of hospital. They gave him 4 days to live, and he lasted 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And
I know a couple like that.
Yeah, he actually passed away in his shed, pissing around with stuff like he always used to. So good on him.
Yeah, and sympathies for you and the memories you got from that guy. You know, that's a fucking horrible. swab. Can you believe that?
In
That's
the,
a horrible cancer.
in the old days, we used to be on the wood chop circuit. And,
Oh, I've
and,
seen videos of that. Yeah.
and a couple of times he beat me and a couple of times I beat him. We were running about 50-50, and he'd always say, "Yeah, remember I got the prize money. I beat you." And I go, "Yeah, bastard. Yeah, but I beat you the next one." Yeah, it was always fun, and that was since 1982.
Yeah. I mean, let's change the subject. It's depressing.
No, I was just
We were-
in
we-
relation
no,
to that
no,
song.
yeah,
We are all
we-
just, we we've only got a time on this earth, and that's it. Might as well enjoy it.
Make
Yeah,
the
that's
most
right,
of it.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't having a go, Johnny. I was just thinking, I'm scared stiff of that pancreatic cancer thing. I've had 2 mates went into a hospital for a normal checkup. You've got that. 3 months they were dead.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
So
We were-
Andy,
we-
the answer is don't go to the hospital. Just don't go.
Well,
or if you do, wear a mask.
Well, what
Don't
if
go to
you
the
go?
hospital.
What if
You won't
go
know
in
what you have.
VD or something like that, Andy? A mask is not going to help.
No, that's true.
One of the senior guys where I worked, he went right through to his 65 and retired, had the proper retirement, big farewell, and like just a few weeks later of his retirement, he got diagnosed with that pancreatic cancer. The doctors
Yep.
given him 3 months to live, and 3 months later he was dead.
What exactly is that, Adrian? What's pancreatic cancer? What is that?
Stuffs your liver up.
It's like the body's
What?
chemistry set. The pancreas makes all the chemical reactions happen. in the
okay.
body.
Insulin and all that shit goes on down there, man. It's
Yeah.
like the engine room. Yeah.
But
It's the engine room.
at the end of the day, the liver's the first one to kind of shut down, and then
Yeah.
once that happens, you're buggered.
Get renal failure, and that's the end of it. Anyway, we were going to talk about those poor children that died in that fire in the bus, but I'm not going to mention it now.
That was shocking.
I don't
That
even
was
know the
shocking.
story. You know why I don't know the story? I read the headlines, saw what it was all about, and I haven't even followed the story anymore because it's
Well,
so distressing. to me. I just don't want to know.
The authorities went into the bus company. They caught them moving a few buses around, and mechanics working on other buses pulling out illegal gas tanks.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because they're only supposed to have 5 gas tanks in them. That's
Yeah,
the
12.
maximum. And I think that that one had nearly a dozen or whatever.
11
Yeah.
gas tanks all over
Yeah.
the place.
But
And,
in up the front of the bus, 'cause that's when the fire started. But if you look at the piping, there's no protection to the piping. So if they were throwing bags in underneath and they were sliding around, they'd smack into that piping. That'd create a leak.
Well, can I tell you a quick story? And I won't labor on it, but when I knew this story was going around, it reminded me of another story that I'm not sure if people know about. But this happened 34 years ago in 1990. You know the expressway where you go from south of Bangkok to the north, and it goes all the way along, and you can get off on slipways to Din Dang. So you can go from Sukhumvit 101 or all the way through to Victory Monument or whatever, and you go down on slipways. Well, if you know the slipway that goes down onto Petbury Road, this was at 7 o'clock at night on a weekday. You go down the slip road, there's traffic lights. You can turn left, and that will take you to Chidlam and Central and downtown that way. You can go right, and it takes you to a Stoke, Tonglaw, Ekamai, and that way. There was a truck with 50 canisters of gas in the back going down the highway, and it wanted to come off at Petbury Road. So it came down, the lights were green. Now, here's the point. On that intersection, if you go 100 meters, there's a railway crossing where the trains cross and the gates come down and the traffic can't move. But there's lights. He was in the left-hand lane, which was empty because people were turning left. on the opposite side, people weren't going because the lights were red, but it was green. So he thought, I'll make the lights. So he comes down, turns and goes into the back of 6 lanes of traffic, waiting for the train to cross. It was a mega explosion. And let me just read this from the newspapers. The explosions, it was on a Monday night, incinerated 53 cars.
Jesus.
51 people were incinerated, women, men, and children, having collected the kids from the school. And that's all I want to read. 91% of the injured had first-degree burns. And I was going to work, must have been like 10 hours later, because it was like 5 o'clock in the morning, because the radio station went past this intersection, but I was on a bridge going over it, not going down the slipway. And there were all these cars parked. There was this big smoke coming out. So I stopped and had a look over. It was like a bombing in Beirut, but 10 times worse. All I saw was burnt out cars. And apparently the cars, 6 lanes of traffic, people couldn't get out of their car because the car next door was too near. And they couldn't open their doors and get out. 51. Now, people have forgotten about that. For me, I will never, ever forget that. And for weeks after, they moved all the cars down the soys, down the roads off the main street. And they were there, rows and rows of these burnt out vehicles. It was like horrendous. Why? The driver wanted to make the green light.
Do you remember the bus that went on the wrong side of the road to get on the get on the other side of the road? He went against the traffic, and another bus hit it or something. I can't remember what hit it, and 6 English tourists were killed. The guy lost his license for 6 months for that.
Oh, only 6 months.
Deservedly. Yeah.
Well, that was pretty harsh.
Yeah. What about the other one? It was nasty, eh, John? And what about the other one? He tows the bus across the fucking freeway. He's got about a 20-meter fucking cable on it, and some bikes went into the cable and lost their fucking heads. That was
that reminds me of the movie Stone. Remember the movie Stone?
That was fucking horrible, that movie. But
I remember
true. The boys, because you couldn't, you're traveling at 140, whatever they were doing, I don't know, and you can't see the cable, so you just all of a sudden you've lost your head.
Well, on that occasion of the Peppery,
I think we've all had those situations
that
we've all lost our heads.
Yeah. So many buses are smashing in Thailand. It's crazy, especially the small buses. I mean, if you get on one of those little buses, they like to drive on the opposite side of the fucking road, for fuck's sake.
Well, they pick you up at the Victory Monument to take you down to Pattaya, and they're like, I don't know, 400, 500. I will not take those. I would rather walk.
They'll lose their job if they're not on time. So it goes back to the people that own the bus companies. It really does.
Yeah.
But they did bring in the timestamp thingos, like for the the longer haul buses and that, because the ones that I kind of travel on, and I'm a bit selective of which bus, because after doing it so often, you know who's a good driver or not. But they've got to pull in and get their timestamp, and once they do that, they then go and fuel up.
John, where do they pull in? Do they pull into a police check-in thing? Do they?
It's a check-in. It's a road transport, the transport thing, and they take their paperwork in, which has been stamped when they left the depot, all that kind of stuff, and they've got to. If they've been speeding or anything like that, they get there too early, they get fined. If they get there late, they get fined.
Oh, that's absolutely true. Did you hear about the scam where on these long distance buses, like from here to Chiang Mai, when they're collecting the baggage in the beginning, they put kids into a bag with cutters, and they put them in the hold. And then when the bus is moving, they go into the other bags, split them open, take out all the wallets and everything that's valuable. Then when they take off for a toilet break, they let them out. And then they put the bags back in, and then when they get to the other end, their bags are cut open. They have no idea how it happened.
Yeah.
Well, that's half smart. That's half smart.
I misunderstood, Andy. I thought you were saying they put the kids into a bag to save the fare of them on the bus.
I was sort of
That's a-
puzzled about that.
That's a logic way to think about it, Steve. Exactly. But no, they had like cutters and they cut open all the bags. Yeah.
So anyway, with the bus smash that just happened, the parents had to go there and identify and do DNA, and so they were both freaking crisp. Fucking terrible.
Well,
It's
no,
become, fucking
I think
shocking.
today the funerals and that started for the ones that have been identified and sent back. They haven't
Yeah,
finished
yeah.
last I looked at, but that's very, very sad. Very
You're
sad.
looking at,
Terrible,
looking
terrible,
at
Johnny.
charred remains, but there'd still be things like a ring or a necklace or something.
Move on. Move on.
How do you
Stephen.
put out a fucking gas fire? You can't put it out.
Can I just tell you a quick positive story about my step granddaughter's school? I think I've told many of you this because I was so impressed, and I was impressed when it happened. Even more so now. They had a school trip to Safari World, not too far away from you, Andy. And they came from Nakhon, New York to Safari World, and they took the whole school. 4 coaches went to Safari World. But the big thing is they had a police escort. A squad car went in front of them. We all seen it when we've driven down any motorways or whatever. Police cars going, flashing its lights. So they just all go down the road together. And I would guess that if the horrible thing happened similar, there'd be a policeman there who, when the guy ran away, they'd shoot him. Because that was a horrible thing. And what's she called? The American in Bangkok did a really good stream on it this morning when I was watching. And somebody was arguing in the chat. He said, "Oh, it's fight or flight." And this guy decided to fly.
No, man.
No,
Well,
fuck that.
No, man.
Yeah.
It's, not
It's the old adage of he flees the scene, right? That's an old time. He fled the scene, you know.
Yeah.
But there used to be a lot more bus accidents 30 or 40 years ago, and the bus driver always ran. They never found the bus drivers. And
Fled
it was
the
because
scene.
they were responsible and they didn't
Yeah.
lose.
Now, on a slightly happier note, Mr. Clark, are you still awake?
Yes.
You've got a nice story that you sent me, which I was funny, about the well, without giving too much away, about the fact somebody was found in bed with somebody.
Oh, okay,
That was a good story.
Yeah, he went to his girlfriend's place and found a guy on the bed, so he started beating him up and shit like that and punching him. And ended up a really, really big fight out in the street, and the police came in and broke it up, and then the girlfriend came home. No, that's my brother. It was very bad.
Well, come on. We've all found our wives in bed with our brothers, and some of us just accept it.
Speaking,
I can't handle incest. It's not on.
You gotta love it when you gotta love it when they scam each other. You know, that's the old one for foreigners, isn't it? Like you know, some guy and he's got his Thai girlfriend, and there's this bloke always hanging around. That's her brother. You know.
Johnny,
man,
do you remember the news we did on that lady that fell down the stairs with a cucumber and had to have it removed at hospital? She was walking down the stairs with a cucumber. Remember that one?
No.
She had to go to hospital to have it removed.
Where was the cucumber?
Well, you know.
Adrian?
Like that TV reporter lady in Brisbane went to hospital, had the Coke bottle up her ass, had to get it removed.
Oh, who was that?
Yes, that was
Yeah, I
Jennifer
remember that.
Kite. Jennifer Kite.
Well done, Johnny.
Andy will probably remember there was somebody in England, I can't remember it, but he was famous, who had a hamster.
Oh, that's the gerbil thing. That's the gerbil thing up the old Dewberry.
Yeah, who was that? That was quite a famous guy, wasn't that?
I think it was the pet shop. I think it was the pet shop boy.
Well, if not, it was the Backstreet Boys.
Well, that's how they got their name, actually. But there's
I
nothing
need to
like
get this gerbil out of my ass.
Yeah, what was it doing there? I don't know.
Now, how would you go about that? Would you smack the bottle, and so it broke, or would you try and get some forceps on it and pull it out?
Yeah.
I think those.
Well,
like,
it depends. If it was Coca-Cola, it'd be all right, but Sprite, we don't want to know about.
Yeah, but it might have been Pepsi, so you just have to shake her out and shake it up a bit, and it might have just come out itself, you know.
She might have been frothing at the mouth.
You would have had those mechanical fingers in your toolbox, John. You know when you drop a nut and you got a thing, you press your finger on it and the finger's open, you can pick up a nut and pull it back out of the engine bay or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they've probably got a big version of that can get around the Coke bottle.
Most scrapyards have.
If it had the lid on it, maybe they could use a magnet, pull it out.
Oh, yeah, but they have to be turned around then.
It might have gone in big end first.
Well, you never know. You never know. So, you know, you'd have to survey the situation with great detail, I would imagine.
You know, in a hospital, the work's pretty glim and glum, but when something like that happens, it must brighten up their night. Like, imagine they're laughing in the corridors.
Well, you know, give them something to talk about for the rest of the shift.
The poor girl in the morning when she checked out. Oh.
But
there's all
just
the TV cameras out the front door.
You know, just imagine if you had a mixed drink with cola, and you after you finish work, you go, nah, I'm not having cola today. I'll go for the dry ginger ale, thanks.
Where did Chuck go? Where did Chuck go?
He said goodbye about a quarter of an hour ago, Andy.
I'll try and catch up then. All right. Thank you, Chuck.
Better late than never. Thai barbecue, Lieutenant Nescafe. Yeah, they were good, those barbecues, Banana King. The morning ones. Remember them? Years and years ago on a far off land.
The what?
The Thai barbecue?
Yeah. Used to do the barbecue every morning.
Oh, him, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
You still got it or what?
Yes, just at the back here.
Oh, we'll have to do it one morning for our American fans.
Yeah, mate, I've got pretty lazy. I'm just cooking a fry pan these days.
Well, you get the meat raffles. You don't need barbecues, really. Oh, no, it's not cooked, is it? The meat's not cooked. Yeah.
No, yeah, it's all fresh meat.
Yeah, he likes it cooked, Andy.
I was at a meat raffle this afternoon. I went down for Barry's Aboriginal. Barry runs a Friday afternoon meat raffle.
Oh,
6 p.m.
was that in a park? Was it?
No, down the pub.
Oh yeah. Oh, Barry went to the pub.
Barry the Abo, but that's the support.
Oh well, there you go. There's the. Well, I think we're talking about the same kind of thing.
That's to support the local football club. The big meat raffles tomorrow, Saturday midday. That's the one I've videoed a couple of times.
That reminds me, I've got to go to the pub tomorrow. School reunion. I just said actually the Sheila that gave me the note to say there's a school reunion. I said, oh, thank you. No worries. I don't even know who the hell she was because she didn't look like what she did when I went to school.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it?
I wonder if any of them are still single.
They probably all are.
I confess I've never been to a school reunion. Has everybody else? Is that an experience that only I've missed out on?
No, I've never been. I've never been. I used to hate the people in school. I hated school, so everybody in it I hated.
They hated me too, Andy. I was a loner.
So was I. Had no friends in school, none.
I could worse than that. I didn't keep in contact with anybody, but I've never got an invite. You know, that they could probably find me. I mean, up until about 10, 15 years ago, I had a Facebook page. They could have found me if they wanted to find me.
Oh, like I say, I remember Well, this is the first time I kind of got an invite
Let me
to one.
just say, you are a very likable man. So it's not surprising to me that you would be invited after, what, 50 years?
Yeah, well, probably. But I remember one girl I used to go to school with. You know, like at the time, the song, you know, one of the songs was Boney Maroney, and she was a very slim girl. You know, everything in proportion in the right spots, but very slim. And she contacted me after many years, and I was just talking, and you know, she'd had 6 kids, 3 husbands, and she was actually divorced, and she was a pretty big heifer. Yeah. So the slim girl was, you know, about 20 times bigger. And I thought to myself, fucking hell, eh?
I don't know what it is with Caucasian women, but childbearing puts a fucking terrible strain on their bodies. You see,
Especially their pelvic area.
Asian women like have multiple children, and they still seem to keep a figure. And
I think in the West, Adrian, they've done their job and that's it, and they just eat for the rest of their fucking lives.
Well, that would have something to do with it, you know. They give up the dieting yo-yo thing, like, oh, I'm pissed off, I'm home all alone, and they'll just eat this shit all day, and then they kind of say, oh, I've got a barge ass, and you know, no one loves me, everybody hates me type of thing. And then they go on a diet.
Why bother? You know, you've had your kids, you're married, Johnny, and fucking why bother? And they fucking just eat themselves to fucking death.
Yeah.
Well, there's, you know, the whole part about it is, I think the lifestyle here is has a lot to do with it. You know, expectations and all the rest of it is no different in any real country, you know. But a lot of the Western world, women just kind of seem to give up and don't worry about their appearance, don't worry about that, get lazy, God knows what. And then they wonder why, you know, everything goes to shit.
Yeah, it's just completely opposite in Asia, though, Johnny. They keep themselves healthy for the rest of their fucking lives. Just the way they're educated and the way they're brought up. You know,
Well,
they exercise, they fucking eat proper food. Some of them do. And just Asian women are just a skinny race.
Could it possibly be that in the Western world, if a woman can get a baby by a man, she knows she's going to get 2 or 3 from other baby daddies.
Donors, you mean?
She's going to get by law a considerable amount of money for the rest of her life.
Yeah, she's set.
Whereas in Thailand, she's set up really.
Yeah.
Now she's not set up to live. Don't misunderstand. She's not set up to live a fantastic life unless, you know, if she manages to get a superstar footballer or Hollywood actor, that sort of thing, with great money. They're set up for life. They've won.
Yeah.
Most of them turn up with like shit. They're fucking robbing things, and you know, they drag the kids up. They don't bring them up, Steve. You know,
it's equivalent, Steve, of a man turning 65. It's the retirement age. You no longer have to work.
67, Adrian.
Oh, 67, Johnny.
Yeah, same as UK is 67, right, Steve?
Yeah, well, the whole part about it is next time you blink, they'll turn it to 80.
They're going to put it up to 70, John.
Well, no, I reckon they're heading towards 80. That way, no one will ever get a pension.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Mr. Perrin, we were talking about the cost of tobacco and that. What's the price of like 20 cigarettes in England now?
Oh, Andy, if you read the chat, I answered. No
Oh,
idea.
well. Oh, no,
I
oh,
did.
Oh,
I
you don't
did.
smoke now, do you?
No, I did buy some tobacco on the way over, and that was
Yeah.
still the same. Almost 5 50-ounce packs of tobacco were still only 1,400 baht, so still ridiculously cheap. About
Wow.
a fifth of the price. That was that. I did check with my grandson. It's a fifth of the price in UK, so you can buy 5 pouches in Thailand for the same as 1 in the UK, 5 times as much.
Wow.
And Andy, look, I have to
Same
confess, I'm an honest man. I haven't quite given up smoking. It was so stressful going back to the UK.
Mm.
That's my excuse.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Stephen, same
Yes.
here, mate. I was under stress, mate, and I just take it up again.
Well, look,
You're always looking for a fucking excuse, though, aren't you?
this is not a good subject for people who don't smoke, because they'll say, "Oh, fucking hell, I gave up smoking 30 years ago. I haven't missed it at all." I've been smoking for 54 years. It's part of my life. It's what I do. And to lose it, I gave up for 3 months.
Yeah.
It's the most miserable 3 months I've had
Yep.
in the last 54.
Well, the misery
What do you-
starts at
I-
the airport.
When you give it up, Stephen,
Honestly,
you're looking for excuse to start up again. Go on, Steve. Go on.
I've got some interesting
Yeah.
stats here for cigarette prices in England. 2017, 2017, £10 a pack. 2021, £13.60 a pack. 2023, £15.67 a pack. And they reckon in 26 it'll be £16 a pack.
Well,
Wow.
it's about $30 for a 20 cigarettes in Australia.
It's 34 over here, John.
Yeah, well, you know,
And what-
I'm just averaging, $30 around.
I started smoking cigarettes. It was 1 old English penny for 1 cigarette. And there's now 2.4 English pennies into a new penny. I could buy 5 cigarettes.
What's the difference between an old penny and a new penny? Is one tarnished and the other one's not?
No, we went decimalised in, I don't know what. When did we go decimalised, Andy?
1970, 1971.
In
1970.
Australia, in Australia, we pay about 750 baht for 20 cigarettes. That's not a really good brand.
I find the misery starts at the airport. Fuck, I hate airports and aeroplanes.
What, when you get off the aeroplane and you say, "Oh, fuck it, I'm home"?
How can you say that? How can you say that, Banana King, when that's where you worked every day? I'd have thought you'd have been so used to it.
Yeah, but like
Stephen.
in the
Okay.
terminal, you can't smoke. When I was working, I could just walk over under the building and smoke whenever I felt.
All
like
right.
Steve, do you remember the cigarette number 6?
Oh, yeah. Very well.
Yeah, I was brought up on number 6.
Yeah, number 6, Park Drive. Number 10.
Now, if you
Guards,
Yeah.
guards.
if you
My
were a
first-
Kiwi, you wouldn't be saying number 6.
And this will get you, Andy. My first cigarette I ever bought in a packet was Cambridge.
Yes.
And they came with 6 Green Shield stamps. Do you remember Green Shield stamps?
Oh, do I ever? Oh, God.
yeah.
I can
I think
tell you some
Australia had
stories about
Cambridge
those.
for a little while. We had Cambridge for a little while.
Oh,
Yeah, we
Now,
did.
now?
We did.
Pall Mall,
Yeah.
and
Or more, yeah.
I mean, the
Craig
best
and I-
one you
the
did.
English cigarette
The
was Stuyvesant. English? Peter Stuyvesant?
Peter Stuyvesant, they were like swanky ones, though. Oh, I smoke Peter Stuyvesant. You know.
What about
What about
wild woodbines, Andy?
Camel? Camel.
Wild woodbines.
Oh, the old Woodbines, but to be honest,
yeah.
Captain Full Strength, no tip. They were the ones,
But-
mate.
But
They'd blow the
thing
lungs
is,
straight out of your back.
the thing is, first time I come across the wild woodbines, they were in ration packs.
They're like jail cigarettes.
You
No,
know,
well,
yeah,
they were ration. They were in the ration packs, you know.
Do you guys remember the vending machines where you could buy one cigarette or two? I can't remember
No.
the brand.
We didn't
Yeah,
have it, we
they-
didn't have it.
Opal,
No.
not Opal, something.
Chipper.
Yeah,
We didn't have a
and
We used,
vending
we
machine.
used to
Came
be able
in
to
a
buy
pack of
5
two.
cigarettes. We used to be able to buy 5 cigarettes, and they took that out because you
Yeah,
know,
they had a
you
little
gotta buy a
pack.
bulk now.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
10 that was Escort and Viscount.
Escort.
The 10
Right.
the 10 pack, because you for 12 cents when cents came out, you could buy a packet of matches and a packet of either Viscount or Escort.
But
when I
know why the way they stopped that, Johnny, is because they weren't buying the big packets. They were buying the little. Everybody was buying the little packets, and they were losing money, so they got rid of them. Fucking cunts.
yeah, when I
think-
was young, you used to go down the pub. We used to like buy 2 pints of beer, get a packet of cigarettes and fish and chips, and get change out of 2 and 6.
Ooh.
Shit, eh? And
I have to go look at that in the History Channel.
yeah, well, I tell you what, I can remember I can remember, 20 cents worth of chips type of thing. It was half a bag, but hey,
Oh well.
So England and Australia back in the day were fairly similar, right? Let's forget all the Pom and the Aussie.
Exactly the
business,
same.
right?
Pretty similar.
They were exactly the same, right? Yeah. So the same euphemisms, the same chip shops, the same whatever, right? Yeah.
no, the fish and chip shops aren't the same.
I think they had more
Ours
fight.
were better. Ours were
as
better.
well.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
they
No,
were.
let's Vegemite Mama, mate. Let's forget all about that. But your fish was probably better. You had a wider choice. Right?
We didn't have haddock and crap, like that. We had good gummy shark.
Flake. Yeah, flake.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
gummy
yeah.
shark.
Yeah, because of where you were, man. You're surrounded by so are we surrounded by water?
Well, there's a lot of shark.
That's
There
the
is a
wrong
lot of,
argument.
We get so much fresh food from Thailand and Vietnam. You wouldn't believe it.
yeah, there is a lot of sharks around here. So, they eat people, we eat them.
Tourists, don't
Fair's fair. Yeah, fair's fair.
Circle of life.
I had barramundi. I had barramundi fish for dinner tonight. And
Hang on. It's a Thursday. No, it's a Friday. So
Right,
it can't
fish
be
and chip.
Barramundi. It's got to be Barra Friday.
Oh, good one, Johnny. All right, quickly. There's a barramundi in Lotus, frozen, 250 grams, 98 baht.
Everyone raves about barramundi.
Yeah.
What a great fucking fish it is. I reckon it's shit.
I'll agree with you. It's
It's
like
not
fucking
water.
carp. It's
I'll
like
leave it
carp.
alone, I
The
like it.
shit.
It's like tastes fatty. It's like I didn't think fish are fatty.
Oily
It's like
fish. It's an oily fish.
Oily,
It's an
fatty
oily
fish. Yeah.
It's like
That's
sea
fucking,
bass.
I can't eat that fucking catfish in Thailand. It's fucking horrible.
I love the
I
snake.
lo-
I love snakehead in
Yeah,
Thailand.
snakehead. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I don't like that.
That's
like
that's the
snakehead.
one I like.
Catfish, chicken steak. I love it all, Stephen.
Chicken feet. Oh, I'm going.
The only one I'd like in Thailand to be that.
Happy birthday, Stephen.
Some of them
Oh,
call
happy
them-
birthday, Stephen. Let's
Thank you.
wish
Thank you.
Stephen a
happy
happy
birthday,
birthday.
I'll
Happy
put me PayPal. I'll
birthday
put me PayPal up
to
there.
you. Happy
Happy
birthday to you.
Yeah.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
dear
dear
Stephen.
Stephen.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday.
to you.
I forgot the last
Oh.
line.
I'll pull down my pants and blow in the cake. Oh.
Yeah, you look like a monkey and you smell like one too.
Oh, that I was just going to throw that one in. Yeah.
Yes.
Steve,
Hip,
we're
hip,
surrounded by
hooray.
Australia.
Hip, hip,
We have to hold our
hooray.
own
Hip,
here.
hip,
We have to hold
hooray.
our own here, you know. Oh, yeah.
Stop now, brother. You was there all
Pardon?
night. You was there all night with a beer pepper. I'm
It was
only
my
going.
old
Why
man's
were you
birthday.
born so beautiful? Why were you born at all?
You're no bloody use to anybody. Well, what was it the next year?
I'm a failed YouTuber. I know that.
Hey, we're all
My old
failed
man's
YouTubers.
birthday The other day, he just turned 93. My old man.
Who's that? Oh, that's good. Isn't it?
No, yeah.
That's memorable.
And
Oh, okay.
he's like-
Question, Adrian. What's his lifestyle like? What's his
he's
lifestyle
like
like?
as fit as a fucking fiddle. The old cunt.
Wow. Does he smoke?
No,
Does he drink?
no.
Okay.
What a
that's
boring
he's
life.
Oh,
Yeah.
boring.
Yeah, he's a bit of a boring cunt. To be honest.
Yeah, but
He-
Andy, my grandmother died at 98, and she used to smoke and drink.
Yeah.
You know, she'd have a few snorts of a spirit
Cocaine. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
every day. And she'd done that, for bloody years, and she was adamant. She wanted to stay alive long enough to get her letter from the Queen. Well, that didn't happen, and the Queen died anyway. So now you get a letter from Charles. If you get a letter from the Queen,
I don't think they get them anymore. I think they stopped it, didn't they, Andy?
Well, I don't know, but do you think when the Queen, if she got to 100, would she have sent a telegram to herself?
well, they probably would have put a stop, a
She
stop
didn't
on
get
it
it, did she?
because no,
Eh?
she didn't get to 100.
She didn't know, but
I bet you
liked
she
her.
wanted
I
to.
liked her. She was a good looker when she was young.
Yep. She was good.
No, she wasn't.
Oh, come on, Prince.
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
well, she was better looking than friggin' Charles, for Christ's sake,
True.
and Camilla.
Any of them. She was a looker back in the day. See her in her army uniform when she's driving jeeps around with that hair in the 50s.
Yeah.
Look cool.
Yeah.
Now, I would suggest, and this will make me sound just a tad gay, I would suggest Prince Philip was a really good-looking guy
Okay.
when he was young.
Oh, my God.
Okay, all right.
That's
Thank
still-
you
that's still
for that
still a drink.
input.
Those fucking ears, what do you call those? They're not fucking ears. They're fucking radar domes.
He was Greek, wasn't he, Philip? Philip was a Greek.
Philip,
Yeah.
Charles was like Charles.
I'm not talking about Charles. Stephen,
He-
wait.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not talking about Charles. I'm talking about the
sorry.
Queen's husband.
Oh, he
Prince
was good looking.
Consort.
He was okay.
Yeah, Philip. Yeah, he looked like
What happened to Charlie? What happened there?
I don't know. He looked
It's
like
his birthday on Monday. It's Charles' birthday. It's the King's birthday on Monday.
Which king?
Right.
King
Oh,
Charles.
okay. Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
Camilla's
Camilla.
birthday. Queen
we're
Charles and
celebrating
King Camilla.
Public holiday on Monday for the King's birthday.
You have to say Charles looks like a taxi with his doors open.
I'll tell you one thing that annoys me is that Camilla is now Queen Camilla.
Ah,
Yeah.
fuck.
Prince
She ain't a real
Hey.
queen now.
Prince
Would you
Philip.
fuck that? Would you fuck that with the lights on
Prince,
those?
wait,
things,
wait,
or turn them off?
let me finish my fucking story. Prince Philip was only Prince Consort. He was never called king.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Why is she
Yeah.
a queen and he was never the king? He'd have made a good king, I think. He was a really good, down-to-earth chap. I like him.
Prince
Yeah, I
Philip,
do.
I liked it when he
He's all right.
rolled the Land Rover on the estate, and they
Wasn't
said,
me.
well, they'll take his license off him, and he never had one because he didn't have to because he was royalty.
Yeah.
But one video I saw of him shaking hands with Hitler wasn't too cool.
Well,
I've
back,
never seen
back then it was called diplomacy, and just because things went to shit after that doesn't matter. But the thing is, he tried.
Hitler was very popular in the day, all over the world.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What a disgrace.
Oh, absolutely. No, let's face it. Let's get into Nazis. He turned around a country that Germans, they had ridiculous inflation.
That's right.
And it was you had a wheelbarrow of money to go and buy a loaf of bread.
Yep.
He turned that country around in
Yep.
2 or 3 years.
Yes, that's right.
So
Steve.
it's no
Exactly right.
wonder everybody loved the guy. In fact,
Yeah.
I think in 1936, he was Time Life's Man of the Year.
That's
Yeah.
when he was chancellor, right?
Yeah,
the
well,
whole
speaking
part
to a lot of
about
other
it
Germans,
was-
Steve, they reckon that they'd never had it so good when Hitler was in power before he invaded Poland. But so
You know, but he was Swiss. He wasn't bloody German.
Austrian.
He was Austrian.
Austrian.
No, well, one of those mountains, or whatever. You know.
Look at Stalin was actually Georgian. Did you know that Stalin he was Georgian?
Well, you know, that
I didn't know
obviously that shows that they had a problem with immigration, and they'd taken over and to basically curtail. They weren't going to curtail. They had their own agendas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhat similar as what's happening with the rest of the world now.
Oh, where do you start?
Imagine fucking Camilla Parker Bowles fucking sneaking around behind Lady Di's fucking back,
Yeah.
sucking off Prince Charles when she's not looking.
I reckon he fucked her in the stable because she looks like a fucking horse.
Oh, leave the horses, hey, Johnny, leave the horses alone.
I can be controversial again. I can totally understand
No, Luce.
Prince Charles doing that. Yeah. You can
Fucking
imagine.
horses.
Nah.
Well, what can you imagine, Steve? Steve. Got all these Steves around.
Mr.
I
Perry.
can imagine she's got more stains on her blue dress than Lewinsky.
Sex with Diana would have been the
Okay.
ultimate of just missionary, just this way. Don't put your dick anywhere near my mouth. And I'm gonna.
Oh,
Well, how do you know? How do you know? Because apparently, with her resume, she was quite the, But yeah, but the whole, when you got the old grey mare, put the spurs on it and ride it.
yep.
You're going to ride it all night long.
Seen that. I've never seen her resume. I think you're making it up. But no, yeah. Oh no. Look, I'm not saying that I wouldn't have chosen either of them. But yeah, I can
Correct,
understand.
yes, correct.
I can understand why you can imagine Camilla with a whip, a leather bodice, and whipping Charlie. That's the sort of thing he would be into. I can understand. I can see that. Oh yeah.
Do you reckon Charles is a bit submissive?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
Charles and Camilla were very close friends before he got married to Lady Di, right?
Yeah.
Now, what's the reason they couldn't be together before Lady Di?
She was married.
Why couldn't-
She was married.
He was married.
She's just a dirty old fucking slut, I'm telling you.
Don't talk about my queen like that.
They brought Diana in for heirs to the throne. That's why she was brought in.
No, they didn't want to. No, the royal family never wanted Diana to come in because she was common stock.
So why did they agree to it then?
Well,
She got pregnant.
Yeah.
no,
Probably.
I think Charles probably put his foot down. I love this girl. I really don't know. But no, they never wanted her part of the family.
But that Camilla, that looks like a man, though, Steve. Mr. Perry, he looks like a man.
She
Camilla?
does now, yes,
Like a
but
drag.
you know,
Well,
yeah,
she's
but
got
she's
fucking-
not.
Oh, she's got
she's an
testicles.
old woman now. You go back, I don't know, 40 years. She didn't. I mean, she wasn't as pretty as Diana, obviously, but she was okay.
Oh,
1,000 baht for a night you'd have paid.
Let's be real. I don't think Charles has had sex for over 20 years. He
All
hasn't
right,
had sex-
500.
Charles
Yeah.
hasn't had sex for over 20 years. That's a certainty.
Oh,
Look
look,
at his
I-
fucking brother. Look at his fucking brother, Andrew. Oh,
He's a deviant.
Oh, Andrew, fuck him. Sorry, I swore again twice now. Oh man,
the whole
what a
family,
nasty
the whole
piece of work.
family. Without that Queen, once the Queen of England died, Australia should have just told the whole lot of them to go and fuck themselves.
Oh,
I don't know about
I'd kind of disagree there because
You saw the
that's
news.
the only thing that saves us from the fuckwits that we've got in government.
No, I'd like being a royal, Adrian. I don't know about.
You like being a royal subject to Prince fucking
Yeah,
Charles,
yeah.
King Charles, and
No, I
Queen
don't.
Camilla?
But that's the card we've drawn at the moment. I mean, they're not going to last forever. I mean, that his son's going to take over shortly, and he's
Well, he should have advocated on day one and
Well,
given
yes, he
it
should
to. He's then he would have got that much support, the whole lot of it. You know, he could have been king for 24 hours and advocated, and everybody would have been happy.
He'd been waiting for the king thing crown for all his life, really. That's
Well,
what he was-
exactly right, Andy. He on his on his thingo for unemployment. What's your position? King for a day.
Yeah.
But
No,
who's the
he
boy?
was-
The boy doesn't even really know who his real father is.
Now that's William. That's Harry, not necessarily William.
Look, it's all incest. It's all like, that's why, well, I don't want to go.
Yeah, that's
I'm
why
a
they
bit
turn
of a
over big
royalist,
ears.
but, I like the royal family in the sense of,
They're all fucking
Yeah.
cousins and sisters and shit, Andy. They're fucking each
Well, I
other. It's
know.
disgusting.
They are. They're inbred. Yeah, they're definitely inbred.
If you go back through the history, countries used to trade off. They used to trade off the girls to keep peace with the other
That's right,
country.
yes.
You know.
Correct.
of course they did. Yeah.
Now, if you had an ugly daughter, you're fucked. They were going to have war against you, unless you ended up with Charles. But anyhow,
I'll give you my firstborn.
Well, I'm glad we're only talking about the British royal family because I don't need to talk about anybody else.
we won't go over there. Thanks, Andy.
Exactly.
well, we won't
We'll stay on there.
we won't talk about the Tsar because there wasn't any inbreeding there. It was cut short.
Isn't
Yeah,
the Windsor family line though? Windsor isn't their real name. They're actually Germans,
No.
aren't they?
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Well, they
basically,
were-
yeah, they were Germans. Yeah.
Austrian German. They're from the Habsburgs and all that. Which
Taylor,
It-
Tudor,
it's almost,
wasn't it?
let me just put this small point over. It's almost if the royal family are sort of following what's happened in the rest of the world. It used to be more organized. You're talking about, one village would have a party and they'd meet up because they don't want inbreeding. And the royal family was very much into this daughter will come and marry the king of another. Where am I going with this? I don't know. And now I'll go. I'm still on the same right. Right. Diana was hated by the royal family because she was quite outside of the normal thing. It was just somebody that he chose.
Mhm.
It wasn't organized. It wasn't set up. It wasn't like a Jane Austen movie where it was all set up. Jane Austen movie? Jane Austen book. And exactly the same with the one that's now with the ginger one. The actress from
Hey,
America.
What,
Megan.
Ginger
Oh,
Meggs?
That is
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
pathetic. Oh,
Well, when,
I mean, and
if you
and-
analyse it,
the royal family are right. I don't want her as part of the royal family. She's just
So
common.
So who would you rather have, Camilla or Meghan?
As what?
There you go. Well, as anything, as part of the royal family.
Is she
Camilla.
part? Isn't she part black or something?
Who? Camilla?
Yeah, apparently so. Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
yeah.
apparently. Oh,
What?
you should see younger
No,
photos
that's-
of her. She looks like a little black girl with the fizzy
Yeah,
hair and
she's
everything.
part African or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
She's half black.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Harry's wife. Yeah, she's African American.
Yeah.
Well, part of, or not quite three
Well,
parts
I
full.
mean, the other thing that's me without sounding like
Hang on,
um,
Hang on a second.
Just-
Hang on a
just one thing. Go on.
Just somebody wants to join us. That's all. Easy Company. Hello, can you say something?
Hello, boys.
Hello,
It
Easy.
sounds-
Easy Company.
It sounds like Easy Company.
That's it.
Yep. Hello, boys.
Yeah, thanks, Grant.
Hey. Okay, not bad, Adrian. How about you?
Right now you're on here. Let me just finish my point, Grant. Otherwise, easy. Otherwise, I'll forget. If you're the prince, the ginger-haired one, is that Harry? Yeah, the ginger-haired one. Why would you pick a woman that's already been divorced? She's
Mm.
not particularly beautiful. She's not stunning. I know she was an actress in, was it Suits or something?
Suits.
Nothing that you would go, wow. Why would you pick her rather than the other million women that are dying to marry you? Talk about bad choices.
Well,
Jesus.
like father, like son, Steve. Like father, like son.
Mm.
No, I can understand Camilla. I can understand that choice.
Yeah, well, there you go. Like father, like son.
Oh, I see. So you're saying, yeah, okay. Point taken. I retract my my comment. Yeah, maybe she's just hot in bed. Okay.
Hello, Grant. How's life treating you these days?
Oh, well, it's okay. Yeah. But I do have something in common with Mr. Stephen Clark because we both have a poodle dog. I just had a poodle for 3 months, and it's a great dog. Yes.
The-
Yeah, aren't they?
I didn't know
Differences
Clarky
in-
had a poodle.
The two of them.
I didn't know that.
And
Yeah,
we've
I
just had
inherited
we've just had our girl, here. She's she came to us at 8.5 weeks, and she's 5 months old now, and she's a great dog.
I had to laugh when you said you just had a poodle. I was going to say, was the birth difficult?
Does the poodle?
Okay.
What does the poodle think of the snakes?
Well, we I don't know about Clarko, but we have a miniature poodle, and
So have I.
yeah, and if I can ask, yeah, Clarko, how old is your poodle, son?
Oh, probably about 6 years, I think.
6 years. Yeah. Well, ours is just a pup. It's just a baby, but she's a good dog.
Yeah, they
They're
are.
very intelligent, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they can be. Yeah. I got
Have you had
chickens.
dogs before?
I'm speaking.
Easy. Have you had dogs before?
Oh yeah, of course. In Australia, we had the Whippets, and we had the Border Collies, and we had the Labs, and a couple of German Shepherds.
Wow.
But over here, this is the first, and I haven't had a dog over here since way back when. So,
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. I mean, I'm a dog person. I don't know about the rest of the panel, but
Yeah.
I dogs can do no wrong. Yeah.
yeah.
Where is my dog? Oh, that's cool. And how? Okay, here's a question, because we feed our dog on raw chicken, but it's properly done. It's not like from the Lotus, whatever. What do you feed your dogs on? Wet food or dry food?
Look, Andy, I used to give my dog chicken legs, right? But the problem was they'd hide one, okay, for
They'd what?
after, and they'd hide it for after. All you could smell was this dead fucking meat in the house. Oh. And the ones I inherited are house dogs. They're not outside dogs, so you can't put them outside or they'll go fucking stupid for a couple of days. But I just feed them dry food now and little scraps that, what's left over from what I eat. So that doesn't.
Yeah, the puppy of ours, we feed her, I say she's a puppy, she's sort of 5 months old, but we feed her a mixture of, the dry food and cooked a bit of chicken and a bit of veggie. And, she likes that, a bit of carrot and a bit of broccoli mixed in with, the chicken and that, and a bit of dry food. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you what they like, Grant. They like rice.
That fills them up, doesn't it?
Yeah, they love it. The poodles. There they go. Got nuts over the rice.
Gentlemen, I'm going down. I'm going to clock off for the night.
All right, mate. See you.
I'll see you all later. Great to see everyone again.
Nice to see you, Adrian. Nice to see you.
We'll catch up next stream, eh?
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
See
2020, 2025.
Okay. Hope everyone likes the new channel.
Okay,
All right, mate.
cool. Yeah. Cheers, mate.
Nice
Thanks for setting it up.
Yeah, good night.
Bye, y'all.
Okay, good night, B King.
Bye, Adrian.
So did you get yours as a puppy or?
No, I inherited them, Grant.
Oh.
You know why, don't you?
Yeah. But so when you sort of inherited it, your watchdog, was it a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old or?
Oh, they're about 4 or 5 years old. I don't really know, mate. I think they're about 6 years old.
But they're quite a smart sort of dog, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. And does yours, make a lot of noise at the strangers or?
Yeah, they do because they want the stranger to pick them up, and you can't. I get bigger. What about me? What about me? And then there's a fucking unbelievable, and they follow me fucking everywhere.
Oh yeah, like this fucking puppy is on Chung's fucking curtails. She's everywhere that she goes. Yep. She will not leave her.
Yeah. Oh, geez, the people viewing went up when Adrian left. What's going on?
No, it went up when Luce joined.
Mr. Steve, you haven't, invited me yet, to your homestead.
Why not?
well, I don't know, but fucking invite me. Come on.
I thought you were in Vietnam.
Well, yeah, but we've always said that I'm going to come out and check out your jets.
Luce, do you ever come over to Thailand?
No, you've never been there, mate.
Oh, it's in
not
Vietnam.
Luce,
Like 45 minutes.
No, we're talking to Easy.
Go to Grant.
I think.
Easy.
Oh, sorry. Why did I say that? Why did I keep calling you Luce? Sorry, Grant. I'm sorry, Grant. But Grant, you live in Vietnam, right? No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've never been to Thailand?
I've been to Thailand a lot.
So we're all here, and Stephen's going to be here.
Pre sort of COVID, I used to go to Thailand sort of twice a year.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So you should come over when we're all here. Stephen will be here. And a few others.
I'll catch up with Steve. Yep.
Hmm.
And all this, this is just sort of YouTube shit, but actually me and Steve are very good friends. Yeah.
That's not what he says.
Stephen,
Yeah, I
Stephen,
haven't
we're
heard
very
that.
good friends.
Yeah. Yeah,
No,
what hymn sheet?
no.
What hymn sheet are you working on?
Sorry,
actually-
easy.
Steve are very good friends. No, there's no problem there.
Keep your enemies close. No, what does it say? Keep your friends close and your enemies
And
close.
Oh,
Yeah,
shut up,
listen.
Perrin.
Is that the real
Okay,
Avery? by
the
way?
term is, because I'm an English teacher, okay, the term is keep your enemies close, keep your friends, or, you know.
You got it fucked up,
No, I
idiot.
got it
The
right.
other way
but-
around.
I messed up there. It means just fucking be friends to everyone, you sons of bitches. That's what it means.
No, what it means is that your friends could fuck you up easier than your enemies could because they know more about you.
Well,
As
yes.
we found out on various streams on YouTube. Sorry.
There's
Yes.
also another saying is you don't burn your bridges at each end.
And a bear
Yeah.
doesn't shit in his own home in a backyard. Yes.
You don't shit on your own. Our English version is don't shit on your own doorstep.
I think that's
Yes.
what Grant was trying to say, but it all came
Well,
out.
I was trying to say that, but Mr. P, said it more eloquently than I did. Yes.
Wow. By the way,
I've never taught English. Let's stop the bullshit. Is it a hard? I would no. What I mean is, let's stop the joke for a second because it's quite interesting.
Yes.
I would hate to teach foreign children English. I'm
Oh,
a bad teacher at the best of times. Do you find it a rewarding, pleasant job? We talked about it earlier on. You missed it. We were talking about Andy's had a really good life where he gets up in the morning every day looking forward to work. I've never had that. I've always woken up thinking I'm going to work to earn money.
Yeah. Look.
Between those 2 points of view, how are you with teaching English?
Oh, look. In all sort of honesty, it's about sort of 50-50. Yeah, I do like teaching the kids and that, but look, I'm 60-40 in their way, so I'm I'm more.
I thought you were going to say you were 64 years old.
Yeah,
I'm
that's what I thought.
60. I'm 60-40 in it to their way, but I've been doing it for 17 years, so yeah, I get a bit tired. Like my first year of teaching English, I was fucking 29 years old. Now I'm sort of 46, so
Have you learned any English in those years?
Speaking.
Wow. We've got another lovely man join us.
Is that Avery in the chat?
No.
I don't know. Don't know, Andy. Don't know. Dunno.
Oh, Southie. Southie always comes up and he's sort of trolling me,
How's he
Ooh,
trolling
sounds-
you, Grant? Because
Well,
he
he
when
came up
any
in
of us
another
open a
chat.
stream, he's been a very good supporter, so he's not trolling you.
Hello,
Well-
South. Nice to see you here, mate.
come up. I'm here, Southie. No, Southie's cool, but I tell you, Nana, everywhere I go, he is there. Yeah.
I haven't seen
Just to
South
get
for a long
his-
time.
Just
I'm
to
not,
get
maybe
his
I'm not,
little
I'm not invited
snide.
to the same parties.
Just to get his little snide ippers in, snide friggin' remarks in, but that's fine. Southie's a mate of mine and ours. That's fine. Yeah.
South taught me how to troll.
Southie, come up
I'm
on
still
here,
not
brother.
very good at it, to be honest. I'm a hopeless student, but you know.
Okay, Southie, can you come up on here? No problem, brother. And if I can say a big hello to Tan.
Who?
Tan,
Who is Tan?
I
Tan
don't
the
know.
man.
Tan the man.
He's an Aussie, and he's living over here, Vietnamese,
Okay. Brilliant.
Vietnamese,
Welcome, Tan the man.
Vietnamese, down on the coast. Yeah, Tan's a cool bloke. Yeah.
Excellent.
So if you
And don't
come on,
send him to.
Southie,
Is he? Does Tan the man do the same as you? Is he a teacher or retired? No. I shouldn't have asked that question. We'll wait for Tan the man to come on and tell us his story. But that's good. Are
G'day,
you
Graham.
mates in real life? Are you mates in real life? Easy, Grant. Do you meet up for a beer or two?
no, I've never met Tan, but I
Ah.
know I told you about this, that he's been around for about 3 or 4 years. And I know
Okay.
he's down on the coast and he's teaching his English. He's a professional from Australia, and he goes, oh, easy. It's just, it's just sort of great over here, which I do agree with. And I wanna, if I can have, the forum for 2 seconds flat, can Southie, join us? And I just want to say hello to Southie. And
Grant, it's not that sort of channel, mate. We're not going to do this sort of stuff.
no, I do understand that. But the plastic gangster,
Come on, Grant.
can you get off my kick? No,
I'm not on
okay.
your kick, Grant.
Actually, I got a question for South. Who
Ah.
you going? Who you going for, South? Penrith or Storm?
What's that? Oh, what do they call it? Rugby.
Yeah, grab me, fuck me.
Can I say hello to Johnny?
No, you can't. Shut up.
Johnny, say hello to me, prick. John, can you say a civil hello?
You're pushing your luck, Grant.
Just say hello, prick, and I'll buy it.
How about fuck up, idiot?
Okay, I'll take that. No, that's fine, Johnny.
Oh, I'll tell you what,
Good on
South.
you, Johnny.
Storm will do it. Storm will do it because they're Victorians.
Yeah. So we're all mates here. I mean, we all know each other.
Yeah, we all go back. A lot of us go back a long time. And some of us' memories are better than others.
Yes. Yes, they are. And I just
Anyhow,
want
moving right along.
moving right along.
So, what are you doing? Fatten up this poodle so you can eat it, or are you going to feed it to the snakes, or what?
Jesus. Hang on. I'm putting my charger in. Hang on.
Oh well,
Make sure you check the bloody PowerPoint first. Shove your fingers in it and wet them.
This poodle, she's a she's a great little, she's a great little sort of poodle. Yes, of course, I would love her. Because where I'm from. We love our sort of border collies and that sort of thing, or
It's
Not
a
a
fucking poodle.
Rottweiler.
It's not a border collie. It's a fucking poodle. It's a Poofter's dog.
No,
Stop it,
it's,
Teddy. Hey.
it's worse than that. It's a miniature poodle.
Oh,
It's a
that's even friggin'
poodle.
worse.
It's a miniature poodle. No, it is. Yeah.
I don't know, DWP, I don't know how you cook a poodle, but I dare say updates further down the track, Grant will let us
Hey.
know.
Hey, Chung loves it. So it's a beautiful thing.
Because when she pats it, does she lick her fingers?
You know you're joking. Chung loves it, so I sort of like it. It gives her a lot of pleasure, Johnny.
Well,
So-
obviously she's better off with a fucking dog than.
I often,
Moving right along, Granny.
Moving right along. So I've
Yeah.
got a miniature poodle, and I'm straight.
I know. We all know what you've got's miniature. We know that.
Come on, Johnny.
That's when you go fishing, you don't catch a hell of a lot.
Come on, Johnny. Hey, if it gives chunks of pleasure, then I like it. And she is a good dog. No, she is.
Answer your phone, Brett.
Come on. It's not my phone.
Oh, that must be your alarm clock. Time to wake up.
And I did have to laugh because as words would have it, that my old mate has a poodle, and now I have a poodle, but it's not but they're a good dog.
Compared to what?
Look, we had Alsatians and border collies in Australia. They were good, but this one is very loyal, and she only barks at
You.
the people. Well, not me, Johnny, because I feed her.
She only barks at you, and of course she's loyal because every other bastard wants to eat it.
Yeah.
But you have to understand. I mean, in Vietnam, we can't have, because our backyard is minuscule, so we don't have a lot of backyard. So a
So
minute.
are we looking at a white poodle or a black poodle?
It's a honey poodle. Honey.
Apricot.
Yeah, in other words, it's being marinated. When they're black, they're overdone.
It's very nasty, man, nasty.
No, but they're very smart dogs, and no, it's quite good, and I love the poodle, and I take it for walks, and
All right, we're going to close down at the end of the hour. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So,
come on, plastic
this
gangster, come up here, Southie. Come on, Southie. Can we see Southie making an appearance? Come on, brother.
why do you want South on here for, Grant?
I'm just asking Souths if he can make an appearance.
Okay. Well, obviously he's not, but yeah. Oh well, never mind. So how's life
Well,
in
I'll
Vietnam?
just say,
Grant?
if you're
What are you
closing down
doing? What
the
are you
hour,
doing there?
Stephen,
Hmm?
oh,
Go on, Mr. Perry.
I was going to say, you're closing down. I think it's been a great debut.
Yeah, it is.
I wasn't going to
Yeah.
join in, but it was such a funny panel, and you had
Yeah.
such great guests on it. Oh, it was brilliant. Cheers, mate.
Yeah, we're just
I know you
we're
put,
just testing the water at the moment, so we'll see what happens.
And
man,
easy.
it's brilliant. Really good fun. And until the last 20 minutes, absolutely no drama at all. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Take care, buddy. Catch you next time. Good night, all.
All right, see you, Steve. See you.
See you,
See
Steve.
ya.
Mr. Barron, Mr.
See
Barron.
ya. See you, Sal. See you, Easy, Grant, DWP, and everybody in the chat that I can't see now. Graham and Lieutenant, whatever.
Yes,
Big
okay.
Good night. Good night.
See you, mate. See you.
No, I could
And
carry
it's-
on my good nights for a long time. Yeah, I tried to cut
Yeah,
that
yeah.
down. I could carry on. You know.
Yeah,
Just
I know.
Good night.
Piss off, Steve. That's a long goodbye.
it's just nice to be back with me old mates, and you know,
Yeah. Okay.
Clark doing that, and you know, and also you.
So you this time, are you going to behave yourself?
Oh yeah, of course.
You're welcome here anytime you like to come on, but you must behave. Okay. That's the
Yes,
deal.
I'm
Right.
on my best easy behaviors,
All right. Okay. You're welcome anytime you want to come on.
and you know, of course, you're my age. You know, as are you, Mister Sellens. You prick you. No, but I just no. Of course, I'm cool.
Yeah. No worries, mate. No worries.
But I
Cool. So what's happening in Vietnam now? You got the marijuana over there? Can you buy marijuana off the streets in Vietnam?
no,
Like
I'm
shops and stuff like that?
I'm fucking fucking growing it. You know, I'm fucking
Oh, okay.
growing.
You're
You
allowed to
get
do
it
that
on
now,
the
are you?
side of the road, for Christ's sake.
Yeah. Okay.
No, we went up hiking, north of Vietnam, and it's fucking weed. But
Hemp or weed?
it's just called hemp up there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of hemp in
But
Thailand too, but it's hemp and marijuana is a different. I've got no. Well, you know all about it, but yeah.
and are you back in Thailand, Steve, or are you?
No, I'm heading
You know,
across next month. Hang on, is it next month. Yeah, late next month. Going over for 2 months and
Yeah.
coming back packing up. I think.
Are you doing your Bangkok thing, or are you heading up
Sorry?
sort of as north?
Yeah,
or?
I'll be in Bangkok for a while and then end up north for a while, and yeah. My mates in
So-
the band up there. I play around with the band and shit like that, and whatever. They have little jams and stuff, and so it's a good
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grant, I have a question for you, mate. You know Vietnam well, and you obviously know quite a bit about Thailand. What's the differences, if you could? I know it's a difficult question maybe to answer immediately, but what is the similarities and the differences between Vietnam and Thailand?
Okay, very good question, but I need you to narrow it. I need you to narrow it down, a little bit in regards
Okay,
to.
what way of life? Say way of life.
Oh well, okay, so I can answer that. Very, very similar. Very similar. They, you know the Thais. They just live for today. Okay, Vietnamese are a bit more so into next week, but they're very similar. They don't have. Okay, you ask the question, and I will answer it.
Mm.
So the Thais are very much, as we all know, live for
My
now.
balai.
Yeah.
My balai. Yeah. I go to
Yeah.
Vietnam quite a lot because it's my neighbor, and it takes like minutes to get there, to be honest. And I find it very similar, very similar. But I find the Vietnamese maybe more commercially minded, more business
Well,
minded in a sense, more, you know, they're
yeah,
driven by the
yeah,
financial side, whereas the Thais, as you say, are, well, whatever.
yes.
The Thai is my pen rye. The Vietnamese is I'll cut your throat for an extra fucking baht or an extra fucking dong.
Oh, no, no, that's
Mm,
not exactly right.
bit harsh, bit harsh.
The Thais and the Vietnamese will fight and they will cut your throat. Like, there's no problems about that. But between the Thais and the Vietnamese are more like, what can we do to help the family along? And I know that the Thais are the same, but the Vietnamese are very much more, regimented in their approach.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, I have no problem with the Vietnamese people. If you walk down a soi in Bangkok, or you walk down a soi in Vietnamese, it's very, very similar. The restaurants and the bars, but there is a little bit more hassle going on, I think, in Vietnam. A little bit more looking
Yes,
for what happens
yeah,
next week, not just today.
and if I can say that, I've walked and I know sort of Bangkok a lot, and Mr. Steve, and they will tell you that I know my Bangkok. I feel so safe, but down here, you just gotta, like, it's still safe. I'm not saying it's not safe, but yeah,
Yeah, I get you. I get you. It's
you,
more, well, I mean, and then Cambodia. Let's bring Cambodia in with South there.
well,
There's difference
Cambodia,
again, right?
you know, no, I've been to Cambodia before, and I didn't feel safe. Like,
Well, I did. I felt ultra safe in Cambodia. In Vietnam, I was a bit more aware of what to do with no problems, but I felt Cambodia was so similar to Thailand, it was untrue. Just my
when I
thoughts on.
walked to Cambodia, it was through the port of in Phnom Penh, and I went, to another couple of ports, and I didn't feel safe. But okay, but perhaps that is because I've been here for too long and I know the language, and so I'm not saying anything
That helps.
about sort of Cambodia, but in Cambodia, no, I didn't get the same sort of vibe. No, I wasn't safe.
Yeah, I think it's up to individual experiences. Like, you get on some foreign channels about Bangkok, oh, it's a dangerous city and it's not safe to do this and do that, but that's totally wrong. Vietnam, I always felt safe. I never felt threatened, or in Cambodia, to be honest. But, and I went up country in both countries, you know what I'm saying? And I never felt any fear of anything, to be honest. But hey, I'm just a likable dude,
Well, I'm sort of quite the same way, but but over here, if you like if you're walking in the old street, you will not have a problem. Even if it's at sort of 3 o'clock in the morning, you will not have a problem. Like, unless you're super drunk and you're looking for a fight, then okay, you're going to find it. But that's
Well,
the case
yeah.
in Cambodia or either Bangkok. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely. That's the case worldwide. If you go looking for trouble, I'm sure you'll find it.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
it depends on who is going where and what they want to do when they're there. you know. Oh, absolutely,
But
absolutely.
if I can end your question, like if you're out and about over here, just like if you're out and about over there in Thailand, there won't be a problem as long as you're very dignified.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
They don't want to touch you,
Yeah,
because if they touch you, the police will say to them, "Why the fuck are you giving me all this work? Why? Unless you go overboard, you won't have a problem." No.
yeah, yeah, that's true. Now, listen, we had a few comments just in the chat saying, "Is this a new channel?" and da, 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 nice to see the band together and all that business. Basically, we've got together, all of us here, everybody on the panel and most in the chat. It's all we're trying to do is bring back the old days of what, you know, Talkback Thailand was and what Global in the early days was. We will not accept any drama, not at all, and no toxicity. We just try to make it clean as we can and talk basically about Thailand and Asia, Cambodia, Vietnam, whatever, because other people outside of our genre might even, oh, that, you know, good stuff to know. I didn't know that, or that's interesting, and just make people come here for a safe place. That's our aim here.
And if I can add also to that, Andy, like if you come to Cambodia, okay, Thailand, or to Vietnam, 99.9% of the time, there's no problem. There is absolutely no problem. The Thais will be respectful. The Cambodians will be respectful. The Vietnamese are very respectful. You won't have a problem. But if you're a big sort of drinker and you go out to the bars and you disrespect someone, hey, even in Australia, you'll have a problem. No, you will.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and that's not just here, to be honest, but that's good. That's good. Listen, I'd like to thank everybody that's in the chat. Thanks for joining. We hope to do this 2 or 3 times a week. We see how it goes. I think Stephen's still awake there. It's getting late for him as well. So, Johnny, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining us, Johnny. It meant a lot to us. It meant a lot to Adrian and to Mr. Perrin and to, did Perrin go? Where did he go? Anyway, yeah. So we'd just like to thank everyone for joining the panel. We try to just keep the theme of it's a safe place to be. We will not accept trolling in the chat. And the panel, well, it's very simple. You just get booted if it goes out of order, and you know that's the end of it. And you know, thanks very much for coming on, Grant. You know, and thanks to the chat. Stephen, have you got anything else to add?
No, you've said it all, mate. That's fine.
Well, thanks. Cool. Thanks for having me there, Andy. And
well, we go back, Grant, quite a bit, don't we?
Yeah, of course. And thanks to Stephen and thanks to Johnny, and we just have a good chat, and
Yeah, and I love the comments from people saying the band is back together. That's a big compliment. That's cool, because that's reverting back to the old days, which I'm sure Thank you, Johnny, for joining, mate. It was it was a big up to you for doing that, mate. Johnny's fallen asleep, I think.
Huh?
No, I just went to the fridge to get a beer.
Oh, bad timing. No, I just said I'd like to thank you for coming, and like as I said, I love the comments. Like the band are back together and all that. Not that we're
back.
I like the
laughing out loud. Souths I saw. Well, where's Souths?
Don't worry about where South. Don't worry about where South is.
Yeah.
Worry about what you're doing where you are.
Uncle Plastic. I call him Uncle Plastic.
Okay. Listen, Grant, we're in the now. The history doesn't exist because it's not there. and the future,
But-
it doesn't exist either. So we're in the now,
And I'd
and I'm
like to
loving what I've seen,
thank for for allowing me on, and
Make
just
sure
have
you check in the mail and it don't fucking bounce.
well, it's bouncing, buddy. It's bouncing.
Grant, you're welcome on any time you like, as long as you fucking behave yourself. No shit.
All
mate,
right,
seriously.
Clarko.
yeah.
Hey,
We-
hey,
but-
we got 2 poodles in a dog fight.
Mm.
Mine up
Alright.
against yours, but mine's only 5 months old. So no, but
Oh.
thank you, Clarko. You're
By the time it's 6 months old, it'll be barbecued.
look, no, and I want to say this. The thing about Clarko, yes, he might love to hate me, but he hates
I
to
don't
love
hate you,
me.
Grant.
No, I
don't
know.
hate you, Grant.
We're old mates.
I'm just disappointed in the past. All right, let's just put water under the bridge, type of thing. All right.
Well,
Okay.
yeah. Let's work on the now, right? History didn't exist because it's gone. It doesn't exist. It's memory.
Okay, we're
but
gonna
doesn't
wind it
exist.
up now, Grant. We're gonna wind it up now. We're gonna shut it all down. All right. Thanks for coming on, mate. And
Yep.
Johnny, all right, you want to get out of here, Grant?
Yeah.
All right. See you, mate.
Okay,
Okay,
Johnny.
All right,
Johnny,
bye,
cheers.
everybody.
Cheers, Jade. Thanks, Johnny. Most appreciated. Means a lot. And we'll see you all again on the next one.
All right.
All right.
Who's pushing the red button?
I am.